Just know I'm down and diligent. I'm down and diligent. Ay, mama always working late. Daddy didn't work today. I got all these bills to pay, and I'm not even thinking straight. Probably twisting up a wood, trying to see what's up today. I've been engineering all my music, feeling all type of way. Drowning in my thoughts, I might get lost up in this tidal wave. Maybe I'm just tired of Seattle, I need brighter day. I get way too high, I lose my mind, I'm thinking all type of shit. Look you in your eyes, I see a star, son, your future lit. Smiling at your mama, all in love, that's my type of chick.
I say, I make music for grown men and ethical women. Suppress street pain blended with a few bad decisions. I let you pray over my food. Let's call it Thanksgiving. Compton, California mindset. The dead has arisen. Refined wisdom. God body, that's why they miss him. Handyman, a fool with the tool. Call it a completed mission. Respect yourself in my art before you try to diss him. I'm the most talented in the town, the one they never mention. Rest in plush, Doc Doom, looking down at me living. I pour my heart on these tracks for those with time to listen. Intrusive, just a word I care to really use. Bloodline setbacks got me going, and now I'm forced to move. If this a win-win, how you watch me and my mother lose? Sitting in the town on oars, broken with no food. That's why I try to uplift. I've been a sunken ship, made bad decisions for fast money, accomplishments. You know, that's just a little bar, some new shit, right?
Sure.
Hey, yo, you already know, man. With that being said, you tapped in and you tuned into the Down and Diligent podcast. You feel me?
Yo.
Joe, what we got going, man?
Hey, man, y'all do us a favor. Go ahead, like, subscribe, comment, man. See our numbers going up, man.
Going up.
We actually on TikTok now, too, so make sure y'all tap in with us on TikTok,
We doing TikTok dances
Instagram,
and shit,
Facebook.
Yeah.
We got a choreographer right here. We're getting dances.
Where they can find us on TikTok, Joe?
What is it? The Dad Podcast on TikTok.
Dad Podcast on all platforms, man.
Yeah,
Y'all
we still trying to figure the TikTok thing out.
Yeah,
man. We kind of old, man. We getting up there. It took me a week to figure it out, but we back on, man.
We got to get with the program, man. Hey, man, we just want to thank y'all for tuning in, though. For real, man. We've been having some good episodes. We definitely got a great one tuned in for y'all today. For real.
Episode 45.
For sure. Episode 45, baby.
Yeah.
We keep going.
Back like
Consistency.
Jordan, huh?
Consistency. You already know. What's up with the dads, man? I got the dads up in here today. Y'all know how we do it. Dash, Joey, Vern. What's the deal, man? What's going on? How y'all weekend going?
Man, it's been pretty good, man. I want to start off with giving a shout out to my alma mater, bro. Our alma mater, Long Beach Jordan.
Hey.
They won the CIF championship, man, in basketball, man. Which it's crazy because they haven't been there to the championship since 2006 was the year we graduated. So yeah, man. Shout out to Jordan basketball team.
And the
Jordan
homie
Panthers.
sons on there. Shout out my boy D Money and Floyd, Lil Chris, Lil Dennis, and Jamar. You feel me?
Oh, yeah.
They was all on the team.
Shout out to them. Shout out to them.
Lil D Money won More League MVP.
Oh man, that's dope.
Yeah.
Man, though. That's what's up. That's what's up. Also want to shout out my boy Jess Willard, man. My boy Jess Willard. What's up, Jess? You already know, man. Happy birthday, my brother. Learned a lot from you. Good dude, man. Real good dude. Appreciate you, brother. So happy birthday and enjoy your day, bro.
Yes, sir.
That being said, man, like I said, we got a real goodie up in here. We got my boy Bandana Tha Ragg up in here.
Say that.
Man, Bandana Tha Ragg. Not only is he from the same neighborhood that I'm from, but besides all that, man, on a business standpoint, to the streets, from the streets, he took that to the business side. Also, very knowledgeable and articulate with his words, man. Y'all gonna learn some shit up in here on this episode for sure.
Facts.
So I'd like to introduce my boy, man. Shout out to him, Bandana. How you doing, brother?
Hey, what's going on with you?
doing,
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
Hey, y'all got some jewels in there.
For real, man.
As I'm thinking about
Most
it.
definitely, man. What's up with you, bro? How you doing, G?
Hey, man, surviving the game, man. Like Too Short said, once about a time, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So tell me a little bit about yourself, man. What you got going on, man?
Okay, well, you know, I'm an artist out of Compton. You know what I mean? Been doing it a long time. I had a few record deals, Black Market, another record deal in the Bay Area with Pyrex Records. So, I've been making my way. And one thing I learned on my journey, I just seen, on my journey, we don't help each other the way we're supposed to, right? So I created my own platform called Gasoline TV. And when I created that platform, it was just to shed light on all the underground artists, all the up and coming artists that people turn their head and play like they don't see who coming next, or play like they don't see what this person making noise over here. I get, interview from that person. I'll go find their music and post it because, it's important to help each other, right?
Yeah.
And it's mostly important to help each other these times because these artists come from these conditions in these neighborhoods in these areas where life isn't promised. They dying every day. They going to jail every day. So if I can post you today and somebody sign you tomorrow, I did something.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And
Right.
I don't need no props or nothing for it, man, because my good deeds is gonna be recognized from the Most High.
Yes,
I don't
facts.
do it for no, handout from the artist or the person to feel like they owe me or nothing like that. Good people gonna always look out for good people.
Right.
But the
right.
thing is, times are so hard and life is so serious, and we're not making our role models or our celebrities of our color, we're not holding them accountable because they have a job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I get a big platform and get a big paycheck and get a situation to where I can help my people, I have an obligation to help my people. You feel what I'm saying?
that.
I'm
Say
not
that.
saying go back and get the bad people that's messing up the community or go get the people that's, you feel what I'm saying? Go get the people that deserve an opportunity.
Right.
And it's a
Right.
lot of them. And they come in red and blue.
Mhm.
So
Right.
if I sign 5 or 10 Crips, don't feel like, oh man, he's signing Crips. Oh yeah. No, I'm black.
Yeah.
I'm pushing
Yeah.
black.
Most
I'm from where
important.
I'm from.
Right.
And I love where I'm from, and I'm gonna help where I'm from when I'm in position to do that, right?
Mhm.
But it has to be somebody that's not gonna make me look bad, not gonna mess my brand up, not gonna
Right.
take me under.
Right,
You don't want to
right,
help
right.
nobody that's gonna make you fold. You only can help people as strong as you that's gonna make it grow,
Yes,
right?
sir.
If I help a good individual, he's gonna do something. He's gonna do something and help somebody else. Today's time, they only give an opportunity to people in the streets. Like rap was just for gang members. It's not. Rap is for anybody that got a message and a story to tell and know how to tell it eloquently.
Say that.
Right.
Right?
Say that.
It's a whole bunch of Kendrick Lamars. It's not just one Kendrick Lamar. They got a Kendrick Lamar probably in every neighborhood in Compton. And if you go down there, it's a whole bunch of neighborhoods in Compton, right?
Yeah.
So why did he stand out like that, right? Because they're not giving the opportunities to those with their mind right, with those with the knowledge, with those with the education. They look down on them kind of people. And, oh man, he's a square. Oh man, he ain't been to the pen. Being to the pen ain't no graduation.
Yeah.
That's a setback.
Right.
You
Setback.
failed. You failed in something when you know what I mean. You got caught. You had to
Right.
accept that. You was detached from life
Yeah,
and
literally.
reality. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not knocking you because we all been there. We all been in that ghetto and had to make some bad decisions. I have. I was just blessed to not get caught up, right?
Right.
Right.
But I was woke enough and smart and intelligent enough to know that this ain't gonna last forever.
Straight up.
Feel me?
Straight up.
Every time I made a move, my back was against the wall because I had a responsibility to take care of. It wasn't because I wanted to just take advantage of a situation.
Right.
Why do you think we glorify like the jail, the prison culture and all that?
Because we the people that fill the jails up. We
Right.
the ones that populate it.
Yeah, that's for
We
sure.
make jails popular. You feel what I'm saying? Because when the people come home from jail, first of all, jail's supposed to make you revolutionary. You're supposed to be revolutionized when you go to jail
Yeah,
after you come from jail,
revolutionary.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't be a blood and you have to go up in there with the Crips you're not supposed to like, and you eat with them, you work out with them, and you have to protect them.
Right.
So when you come home and you recognize that truth, you're supposed to push that to them young guys out there. Wait a minute, hold on. Get them out that car, pull that car over. Y'all don't go over there and put them guns up. Listen, man, y'all, we want better for you, yada, yada, yada. My OGs in my time, they wanted that.
Right.
Right.
I was
right.
protected because of who my mom and who my dad was in that neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
Right. 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 Right.
But it was that era. They gave us money. When you get A's on your report card, guy down the street that had all the big money, he paid you.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Yeah.
They pushed you. OGs pushed you to go to school.
They snatched
Now they
them.
had to
Yeah,
ditch.
yeah.
We had to ditch somewhere else. You couldn't ditch in the neighborhood because
Oh,
the OGs
what?
want to know why the fuck you ain't in school.
Yeah.
See, this is where the ball shift. Then them OGs got took off the streets.
Yeah.
Right.
And then the next OGs that was supposed to take up from that same teaching, they didn't do it
'Cause it
because
wasn't them.
life changing.
They wasn't them.
Yeah, and life changed. See, the crack epidemic shot to the roof. When they got them the main OGs out the way, the cocaine and all that stuff in the neighborhoods, it was booming. So the other ones was more focused on the money and not the kids who were up and coming.
That's my I heard a dude say like that. He was like, man, back in the day, the flyest nigga I knew was hit the crack. Like he was like, he hit the crack when it first came out. Like the older came, you know what I'm saying? When the first wave came of what it was till his generation came to selling that shit. He was like, nigga, the nigga I looked up to hit it. Like he he was gone.
But you know what? Another thing is nobody talk about. Look what slavery did to us, and what was the next thing bad as slavery? That crack epidemic. Because it only affected us. Right. Today, fentanyl and all of that stuff is affecting us. And you have on record that the Aryan Brotherhood and the Mexican Mafia were at joined in pushing that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's records, not saying nothing, you know what I'm saying? So if they came together to push this agenda, an agenda affected us. Right? Yeah. And it worked like a charm. Definitely. How many black brothers done died off that fentanyl? How's the fentanyl and all that stuff coming here? It's coming across borders. Right. Borders that we don't surround. Yeah. Right. You feel what I'm saying? You know, and it's no disrespect to that culture or to that community, right? But a lot of people have to realize when they say blacks are racist towards other people, break that down into situations, right? Because if we was racist, when we would have been pushing a line a long time ago, when Donald Trump said we building a wall up, we were against that. Because we knew once that wall come up and y'all playing with them, y'all gonna be back playing with us. Right. So we banded with them to stand together with them, right? You feel me? Yeah. But at the same time, only relationships blacks and Hispanics really have majority of the time, 90% of the time, it's a drug transaction. Buying and selling drugs, pushing and moving drugs. But the difference between them is they have their own system, right? They got the diesel trucks. They bring their people from over the border, sneak them in through diesel trucks. But we can't sneak Nigerians in here. We can't sneak Africans in here.
And when they come in here, they don't even want to be associated with us.
They don't want to associate. We don't have no dialogue with the Africans and Nigerians here, right? But I'm just showing you code. Their people are on code. Their code is to uplift one another by any means necessary. If we have to get our hands dirty pushing these drugs across the border to get it, if we got to push our people through diesel trucks to get them over there to be uplifted, we gonna do it. And we're sitting back as a race of people complaining. We don't have our women in order. We don't get the right respect from our women because, you know, they feel like they're running the world. They're running the households now. Right. Yeah. Man voice don't mean nothing no more. Right. You feel what I'm saying? Right. But right in front of you, we done lost our communities. And we lost the communities because we're not on black code. We don't have the knowledge, the information. You ask the average rapper that's running his mouth on all these songs, talking about all these killings and all this jail time he did. You ask him, was Africa the original name of Africa? And he gonna say what? What he gonna say?
I don't know.
He gonna say, yeah. And it's Nigretia. Read about who the fuck you are and where you come from before you get on there rapping for these kids. If you don't know who you are, where you come from, don't rap to the kids until you do a little reading. Nipsey Hussle did some reading. That's why them albums sold the way they did. Say that. You see what I'm saying? Tupac did some reading. Right. That's why we gravitated to these people the way they did. Say that. Malcolm X did some reading. That's why he led us like the way he did. And all these great people died by the hands of us. Right. Nobody else. Not a Hispanic, not a Chinese, not a Caucasian. Us. We're damaging us. Just like they can get a diesel truck and sneak their people over here, we should be thinking about how we're going to get ours over here too. Because now you got the world is overpopulated. You know why it's overpopulated? If you got 20 years or 30 years of sneaking people over here in diesel trucks, of course it's going to populate for them. If we was doing the same thing they was doing, this world would be triple and it'd be equal. Right. And it's not, I'm not, raining on their parade because they good people. You feel what I'm saying? Just like we're good people.
No, but I feel you though.
You feel what I'm saying?
We helped build this country, and we the only we ain't no fucking low Africa nowhere. It ain't nothing. But you can go. Every Martin Luther King is, like you said, it's fucking a deadly street. Niggas don't even want to live on MLK Drive or anything. Any nigga live on MLK Drive, nigga don't even go over there. But you can go to Chinatown. We can go on 15th right now. Go to Cambodian Town. You feel me? We don't got shit. We don't got a school, bank. We got one bank that niggas drag through the mud and everything else. We don't have nothing of the infrastructure, the economy thing. We
don't like most successful communities, right? They have their own banks. They have their own way they feed themselves, right? They own have their own property, and we don't own none of it. Just like you were saying,
right?
Like back in different neighborhoods, over the years, we don't own property in them no more. So it's like that's still an area that we was raised in, but we don't got nowhere to go. We don't got no family people there connected to it no more because basically all the property is gone. You know, you got to sold all the houses. So.
Yeah, that's true.
And guess what they doing now? They tearing all the projects down to make shopping centers or to make townhouses, not for us, for the people that with the money. And if you look at who got the money, it's not blacks. It's Chinese, Armenians, and you know what I mean, Caucasians, and now the Hispanics. We the last on the totem pole. And we can't keep turning our head like we're not paying attention, like we don't know.
8% of California, we 8% of this motherfucker, but 34% of the homeless.
But you know, but I just explained why. Because if you got 30 years and 40 years of coming over these borders from Laredo, Texas, from Tijuana, you coming in these trucks and you helping your people, you flooding this. And it's not that they listen, they're on
doing
code.
no wrong.
I'm not disrespecting what they're doing because they doing what they got to do for theirs.
All you can do
and we supposed to be doing the same. Once we see the game that they laying down, we supposed to do that. When we see the game the Asians laying down, we supposed to be doing that. You know what I mean? And a lot of people feel like Bandana, you know, he has a problem with Asians because of him and China Mac. Listen, I had no problem with Asian. I have no problem with Asian. Only problem I have with China Mac is he's in our communities. He's on platforms exploiting our people in a negative way.
Yeah, right.
Just like Asians will have a problem if I took my camera and I was exploiting them in a negative way. If we take a camera to Belmont Shore, Beverly Hills, and exploit Caucasians in a negative way, we'll lose the network. We'll lose the Instagram. We'll lose it all. I'm just holding people accountable, homie.
Right. I know what you mean about the China Mac thing because, you know, I listen to podcasts and I'm familiar to like his little his world that he be into, like, you know what I mean, like the skits, like the respect life, doing all them little New York thing he do, and his podcast. I remember him going on a podcast with Matt Hoffa, and him telling, like how you said, telling how he politicking on our culture and how we do shit. But he's telling his people, use the Citizen app. Do this. You go look it up. It's on Matt Hoffa's podcast. It's called Expert Opinion. Look up China Mac. He's telling his people, whoop-de-whoop. But to us, you know what I'm saying?
He's on our platform. He on our platform talking about who's snitching, who's ain't good. Right. But he's not saying that who snitched on the Red Dragons.
Yeah,
his daddy. I remember. I'm the one posted that. And you know, I felt bad after posting it because I don't like to exploit no one father because that seemed like the ultimate disrespect. But the only reason pushed me to that limit because he was tearing down Akon. He tore down Akon. He was putting the middle finger about Akon. He was posting all this stuff for clout, right?
Yeah.
Clay, Akon from New York and you from New York, so you can run across him and get at him any way you need to. You don't have to do it on a platform. You definitely don't have to do it on the West Coast. If this is a New York problem, keep it in New York. Yeah. Why the fuck am I hearing about it out here?
Right.
So I had to do my history on him and found a documentary when they said his father told on the head of the Red Dragons. So you are a person that was spared after your father made a bad decision, and they spared you, and for you to get on a platform and bring that same negative stuff that could have got you killed, pushing it on black people, because he's with 6ix9ine. Well, 6ix9ine is a Latin artist. Well, why you not talking to the Latin people? Oh, he's from a blood game. Okay, well, why you not talking to the Bloods?
Right.
You're talking to Akon. Akon ain't no blood or no Crip. Right. So if you worried about 6ix9ine, the 9 Trey 5s are Bloods in New York, you deal with Jim Jones and everybody that's affiliated with 9 Trey 5 because you have a problem with that situation.
Yeah. I feel like most of the content from most of these podcasts and most of the the media content is exploiting our culture, right? And it's the negative part of it, and that's what gets you all the clout. This what gets you all the views and all the feedback from everyone because people feed off of the negative from our culture, though. Right. They feed off the negative, and I feel like, and if it's a positive outlet out there, they might not be getting viewed.
It's boring. It's not as interesting,
and it's a big community. It's a big community. It's a brother named Jay Burton. This political prisoner. He's been in there 33 years.
God damn.
And they don't have a gun. They can't even place him at the crime. But he's been gone 33 years of his life. They say it's content. That's an excuse. That's an excuse for us to disrespect one another. If I disrespected the Crips and said, oh, this is content, is that an excuse for the Crips that I disrespected to feel like, oh, no, that's cool. He just doing content. Hell no, they ain't going to go for that.
No.
They going to say, nigga, he disrespected Crips.
And I'm not
he
gonna
got to be held accountable,
And
right?
my thing is this, and why do it at the internet? Why you didn't check it when he did it? Why everything is y'all niggas? Why does when the street niggas wanted to become victims and have niggas rally up behind them and go against somebody? That's always been tricky to me.
Right.
When did the villain want to be a victim?
Yeah.
You can't call it content. You can't disrespect the Bloods. And then when all the hell break loose, you say, no, this was just content.
Right.
Do you think them people that you disrespected and affected are going to say, oh, it's a difference between content and disrespect? It's not. If you disrespect somebody dead homie, you know what's coming after that, right?
Yeah,
so they don't do none of that on these podcasts. I ain't seen a podcaster yet besides Charleston White, and he comes from somewhere else. So we're going to exclude him because based on where he come from,
Yeah,
right?
we're not going to bring,
We ain't even
beat
gonna-
that
we ain't
name
even
out.
We don't want no smoke. You know, but you know what I'm saying?
That nigga the fuck up.
It's never been done. But the word should be pushed is accountability.
Right.
Because we all have to be accountable for what we saying and doing. If we gonna get on the No Jumper podcast, we're not gonna get on that podcast exploiting our people in a negative way.
For sure.
If we're gonna get on China Max podcast, we're not gonna get on that podcast exploiting our people in a negative way.
Yeah.
We need help out here.
Right.
We dying out here. We don't have resources. We ain't have our reparations yet. We ain't have a system yet in place for us to stop hurting one another.
Yeah.
You feel me? But if we go, I
live
want
in
to just say, I
urban
just want to say
area.
one thing, before, then I want to kill this.
No, go ahead.
All this black on black violence been going on in the ghetto. It's been documented since the 70s, right?
Yeah.
If, I'm going to show you this. If the Bloods and Crips went to Newport Beach every weekend just to go to the beach together, but come with the blue rags, come with the low riders, come with everything in the world, you know what the people going to say there in that community? Well, what's going on? Well, why are they down here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the words what we would say is we down here because it's not right where we at. And we're going to continue to be down here until things are fixed in our neighborhoods where we can stay and live in peace just like you living in peace here.
Right.
Accountability.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
We have to have accountability for our people, and we got to hold everybody else accountable for detouring our people from being righteous. I want to hold every podcast, every record label, every distribution come. If you distributing the negative aspects of life and exploit my people, showing the worst, because every culture and every race and community has negativity. Why is it only exploited when it's my people?
Real talk.
Right.
And I have a
Real
right
shit.
to be upset about it because I'm black.
And we got a right to question it.
We got a right.
Right.
But
I also-
they
I
got
also
to feel
feel
like we
like-
don't have rights.
I also feel like too, you know, the ones our people that's help pushing that narrative with the other cultures and stuff like that. That's trying to exploit us and make us look bad. That's still they puppets. You feel me? Those are
yeah.
the house niggas. You feel me? I'm saying?
Accountability though.
And they need to be
Yeah.
exposed.
Uncle
for sure.
Tom.
Yeah,
They have
yeah.
word for Uncle Tom's, right?
Yeah.
But
Yes,
guess
sir.
what? But guess what? We just spoke on this earlier. Just like that wave hit George Lopez and got him to get his act together, a black wave need to be hitting our black celebrities that's not doing what they're supposed to do. They got the
We want our black celebrities to be real
young
niggas.
girls out there doing the craziest thing. Blueface and Christina Rock. You know, I don't want to
Yeah,
bring
yeah.
up their situation because I'm not here to tear my people down. But everybody's seen them going through different things that wasn't right with each other, right?
Yeah.
A male figure should have took him to the side and helped get his head together, and a female figure should have took her to the side and helped her get herself together and keep this stuff off of camera because guess what? That's making a whole race of people look like this is what we allow.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
see
no
what I'm
disrespect
saying?
to
No, that's
that.
real
But,
shit, though.
Come
but you
on,
can see from how he was raised that he gone, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But listen, regardless to what, he answers to somebody about his business because he wouldn't be in business if he didn't know how to answer and conduct himself to get his business. If you can conduct yourself to get a check, you can conduct yourself to give us the right respect.
But what he
Yeah.
doing right now is big business, bro.
Right. And that's where the
Yeah.
money at.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but guess what?
He digital pimping right now.
Yeah, it's big business to destroy us.
For sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why nobody go stop it.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
I can, not. I hate it. I hate that. I hate that shit. You feel me? That what he doing. You feel me? I got daughters. We dudes and all that. We don't.
Yeah.
That ain't
Yeah.
how we even. That ain't how it really go down in the world.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So see him doing that and everything, and like you said, his music not going up. So to keep all that type of motion going right now, you know how, like you said, we surviving.
Yeah.
That lifestyle. So Cat like, oh, we gotta push this. Man, he done got a network. He got cameras on him now. They can't, like you said, the white man can't wait to, or whoever is running out, like you said.
But you know what? It was a black man responsibility that's in power. Listen what I'm saying.
But they went to go get the most.
No, listen what I'm saying.
I need the money, black man, with a voice and be like, go tell him some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because people like you know, man, it's gonna be you talking the real, and somebody right behind you like, man, fuck over that.
Exactly.
He called you Uncle Tom though.
Right.
Nigga, man, this nigga weird as fuck, man. I remember back in the day, but then he used to go knock niggas out. Now he doing this, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
Right.
But you know what? But that's the fight. That's what we fighting against.
Exactly.
And let me tell you this. And this shit did trip me out. Because I thought I was in this fight alone until I got with different individuals and I done seen a flood of pages pushing the same narrative, pushing the same message. So I said, wait a minute, we strong out here. But we're not giving those people the right praises and the right props and the right push. So from here on out, I said to myself, you know what, Bandana, I'm a student of music. I know all about music from whatever state you come from, Camouflage and all of these other dudes. I know about it. You right? So I said, you know what? I don't really, you know what I mean? I don't need the help from a celebrity that's want me silent. A celebrity that says, you can sign with me and be with me and I'll help you over here, but we don't mess with them dudes over there. Guess what? Bandana is good with everyone. Right?
Right.
Listen to me. I'm good with everyone, and I'm for my people, right? I'm not finna be in the way of no confusion where I can get myself twisted or hurt behind bullshit, right? But I'm for my people. So you could see me with a 60 today and a Hoover tomorrow. You hear what I'm saying? You can see me with anybody that don't get along and know what? I'm minding my business and I'm showing them genuine love as a genuine person, as a friend. We don't have to be a part of politics that's going to destroy us.
Right.
You feel me? Because I can easily pick a neighborhood and say, oh, I'm cool with them and they don't like them over there, so I'm going to show my alliance and my love to them, and I don't like them dudes over there. No. That ain't the way we supposed to move as blacks in 2023. Bandana deal with everybody in every neighborhood. I just got a song that I did a roll call. And every gang I name, every person from a gang that I name, the next person I name is from their rival hood. And I did it in a cold way to where motherfuckers is like, damn, but I'm making you think.
Yeah.
If I'm from this card and I named all of these brothers from these gangs, some gangs I'm not supposed to get along with, they don't get along with, and I'm naming an individual I know there, and I'm showing you something. If I know all these people and they from all of these rival gangs and I know them personally, that means other people know them personally too.
Yeah.
And that means it's time to start creating a dialogue to stop some of this shit that's going on so we can uplift one another. They do it in our face every day. You see people coming together. Other cultures are coming together and squashing beefs and making themselves stronger, making their race stronger, bringing revenue in for those who don't have, right?
Yeah.
We the only ones don't. We go to the county jail and motherfuckers say, oh, you Bandana? Oh, yeah, you got some fades in the back. You got 6 motherfuckers that want to fight you. They don't even know me from a can of paint.
Right.
You feel me? But when a Hispanic go there, when an Asian go there, when a Caucasian man go there, they get care package. They get somebody to work out with to strengthen themselves. They might get a knife to protect themselves. So I go back here and I'm supposed to fight 6 people that I don't even ain't did shit to them. I'm just from where I'm from, and that is what it is, right? So all of this is going on, and then tomorrow riot gonna kick off, and I'm supposed to protect the same motherfucker that tried to knock me out, the same motherfucker that stabbed me, the same motherfucker that did whatever the case may be. See, it's our thinking.
Right.
When we go to jail, it's set up for us to think that a black is your enemy.
Right.
I'm already worried about a case I'm on. I'm worried about how I got caught and what the fuck gonna happen to me now. And when I get out, I'm homeless. Who the fuck can I stay with? And you come telling me I got 8 niggas back there that don't like me and they ain't never seen me. They been in here. I've been out there. You hear what I'm saying? But it's just they frustrated. And then you got a situation to where we don't look out for each other. We don't take care of one another.
Yeah.
You feel me? When a man stand up for himself, other men usually chime in. If this man is at the store and getting pressed by 6 dudes and he's standing up as a man, regardless if he's standing up or not, he's by himself, I'm supposed to intervene. Hey, homie, I ain't got nothing to do with this. This ain't right. This is another time for this shit, man. Hey, y'all ain't finna do him like that.
Yeah.
We stood for something.
Yeah.
Right.
Let me go on and applaud you, bro. Let me go on and applaud you for real because, all right, I'm gonna say this. That's a hell of a cycle to break. To just work with different people, rival neighborhoods, everything like that. And being from the streets, being a part of a militia.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Being a part of that, being a part of that, bro, we're taught at a young age. We not supposed to like them over here. Due to we don't even know the reasons why. It could be a family or something that happened years ago.
Yeah.
And some shit just carried on, and all you know is we don't fuck with them. You feel me? So just breaking that cycle, how long did it take for you to have that mind state and relearn that this is bullshit?
You know what?
That's a good question.
It took till I would say about the last probably 5 or 6 years. You feel me? And I befriended a lot of people from different places, right? And I was up under a big challenge. And I'm gonna have to try to figure out how I'm gonna word this. I was up under a challenge. I'm not gonna say the scenario in full. I was under a challenge to where I had a good friend. And the good friend I know, I had an uncle, is no longer with us. And he passed along way back in the day, right? And I had a friend that I befriended. We was talking, and I know he done a lot of jail time. So I, shot off some names, but I always remembered the name that my family told me was in a situation with my uncle, right? Mm-hmm. So when I said that particular name, my friend that I befriended, he said, oh yeah, I know, I was in jail with him. Yeah, that was my. I said, yeah, well, yeah, dude was responsible for my uncle, man, yada, yada, yada. And his whole face changed, right? And he felt terrible. It really ate him up. But I was explaining to him, I said, no, man, I know it ain't nothing with you. But he was so close and friends with this guy, right? And then he looked me in the eye and he said, Bandana, people change. Mm. And this is a man that did 3 decades in the system. Mm-hmm. He did 3. Oh, matter of fact, he almost did 4, about 3.5 decades, right? And when he said that, a light switch in my head opened up. I said, just because a person made a bad decision in his time of being ignorant or being on one or being whatever he was on, they do change. And it's not my power to do this and do that. That's God's. That's them and God they got to answer to, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I'm holding all of this, but the reason I held it the way I did is because every year my grandmother, I come home from school happy. I was raised by my grandparents, right? I come home happy from school. Grandmama crying on a certain day. The way she cried, I said, it's my uncle's birthday. They said, yeah, how you know? I said, because grandmama crying like that. So coming from a household of a woman that took care of me and loved me unconditionally and seeing her hurt like that, it upset me with the situation because y'all put her through this hurt, right? Mm-hmm. But when my homeboy that I respect and love told me, he said, people change. And when he said it, he's looking at me, he said, look at me. Look at me. I was put away like that. And look at how I am today. Today, this man is in church every Sunday. This man, you know what I'm saying? And he not from my neighborhood, from somewhere else. Right. I'm not gonna say, but that opened my eyes. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Because which person wanna just say that people change and you get rid of the hurt and heartache over losing a loved one? That's the hardest shit to do. Mm-hmm. When you really love a person, man, and they gone on a situation, and by this dude breaking it down like that, nobody ever broke it down to me like that. And I only respect it because I realized he just came from jail from the situation. Yeah. So what better person to teach me how to forgive and let God take the lead better than a person that just come from the same situation?
Straight up, man. Straight up.
You feel me?
Right.
So you gonna learn.
Oh, go ahead. So we know like the disconnect between OGs and the younger generation, right?
Gotcha.
How does that conversation come about? Like even with the years of gang violence, say whoever hood and this hood been beefing for so long, but back in the day it was like, oh, those were our people back then. Right, that was our homies. But now it's like full-fledged on site. It's going down. How can we have that conversation with a young guy, the older generation have that conversation with a younger guy?
You know what? That's a very hard one, but I'm not gonna say it hasn't been done, right? But I'm gonna say this: when you in that concrete jungle, and if you don't have nothing for them young dudes, if you don't have nothing for them, productive financially, that's gonna help them get over whatever they tripping off of, they not gonna stop tripping.
Come on, that's what I tell people.
You see what I'm saying?
Right,
Guess what?
right.
If I'm selling dope, and this is the only thing I know how to do, ain't nobody else helping me get a job nowhere else. But I got kids and I got rent, I got family members that I'm helping that I can't say no to. I know I'm gonna head to prison. When I get there, at least I did it the best way I could, and I helped all those that I love, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do exactly that because I don't know nothing else. Ain't nobody came with nothing else to show me something different. But if you take me from selling dope and take me into construction and take me into driving trucks and take me into a DeVry or a computer, to be a computer analyst, to be a scientist, to fly a helicopter, to fly an airplane or anything, right? Once I do that, I'm gonna come back and shed that light with somebody else. But that goes to show the accountability. We don't hold our people accountable because we let them leave and get away and don't. And the only when they exit, they only remember by the bad things they did when they exit. They're not remembered by the good things they're doing now that they exited.
Yeah,
I respect all my OGs for what they doing now. I don't worry about what they did back in the day and how much money they had. You driving trucks now, man, I'm proud of you, OG. That's right.
Yeah.
You hear me? I'm
Keep
proud
some
of what
money
you're
coming,
doing
man.
today.
Right.
You done
Yeah.
made it home from prison. You got your driver's license. You got a household now. You got a woman. You done got married. You living better. I'm proud of that because I grew up seeing you do it the other way.
Yeah.
That's some
Right?
That's some of the resources you was talking about that the community need. I was talking to a police officer actually yesterday. This is cop, right? And he was telling me like we always talk about during the pandemic how the amount the EDD, the PPP loan, and how people was touching money that they never, these businesses and stuff was touching that they probably never have before. But he said during that time, people had finance, they had the resources. He said crime shot down. It wasn't they was just riding around with nothing to do because people had the money, and that shows how poverty and how violence correlates. Like it's go hand in hand. If we broke, we ain't got nothing to do, and we trying to get money, the violence is coming. But if we had the resources, if we had the money coming in, what we got? I gotta? What's the point of me? If I know I got something to lose, I might lose my money that we got coming in. Ain't no reason for me to go across town and make that.
That's true. That's
Real
definitely
shit.
true. And another thing I want to add on that, Joe, when you do get to a certain level, right? How do you determine? Because everyone's not receptive to change, right? You got a lot of young dudes out here that's, what you talking about. I don't want to hear that shit. Like he said. So how do you determine the ones that you do help? Because you do want to help everybody.
Guess what? You know that. Listen, let me tell you something. You know a wolf. You can't dress up, but you can dress up a wolf and all that. You look a motherfucking wolf in the eyes.
He gonna show his fucking teeth.
He gonna show his teeth, homie. You hear me?
He gonna show his teeth. Bro.
Listen, when you see a wolf, you know what that is. That's a threat. You're not gonna be safe even helping this person because how long are you gonna be on good terms? And how long when you can't do something you're supposed to do for this person, you gonna become the fool.
Right.
Now you look at the PPP situation when Donald Trump gave everybody PPP, right? Look at what all our people did with the money. They bought chains, jewelries, and cars, right?
Seafood boils.
And the thing that I looked at it, I had to look at it two different ways. And one way I looked at it, I said, you know what? This is a damn shame. This is sad. Because we've been down so long and we've been broken down. We've been held without resources, without opportunities so long to where this little bit of money, they bought cars.
Yeah.
That's something you get a regular job and save up and get a car, right? Because if you look at the kids today, they had Wiener Schnitzel, they had Jack in the Box, they're taking your orders, right? Why do their parents have them working these jobs? To show them independency, right? And then they save up to buy them a car. Then they save up and they go to school. If they're not smart enough to get in college, they're smart enough to pay for their college. It's to set them up in life. Our kids took all that money and bought jewelry and cars because they just wanted to feel
like a rapper,
like a regular person.
Right.
I had to look at that shit.
Cats got designered up little kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Going to see kids in like little Balenciaga runners. I'd be like,
But that's
what
the
you
thing
do.
when you don't have, if you give people money so long that's just been focused on surviving and maintaining,
Right.
and no
Right.
education on how to how to use the money that they were just blessed with.
Right.
So even with if we eventually do get reparations, right?
Yes.
And we've been struggling for so long, we don't have no plan, no idea what to do with the money.
You're right.
It's
So
going
just
to go.
build
It's
up
going.
the- we about to-
it's
We're
gonna
about
go
to
again.
build up another economy.
Yeah.
That's not ours.
And
we
they're
do
gonna
every
tax us
time.
for it.
Come on, man.
You know they're gonna tax us for that money,
Let's
right?
go,
They ain't gonna
man.
give us nothing.
Yeah.
See, we never gonna have anything given to us, right? But I'm gonna tell you this: what we need to be doing right now at this time, we need to be getting ourselves straight as a race of people in communication and learning how to respect and love one another and build together, right?
Yeah.
But we have to give some correction to our women. Our women are really out of control to the point now like it was never before.
Right.
Because if you look at when your mother and my mother and grandmama and all of them in that era, it was a different era, right? And women controlled the system then. They had the county, right? And a woman would do what? I don't know who the baby daddy is. I don't know who he is. To get
Talk
that
about
check,
it.
right?
Talk about it.
To get the check. So they've been finessing the system. Now the system is in play for a woman to finesse and not a man to get anything from it. They make you pay $1,100, $1,500 for 2 or 3 kids, right? Okay, right.
I'm just blessed. I don't have to go through.
But GR give a man $170 to live off of. You're a grown man. They give you some food stamps. They give you $170. So how do kids cost triple than what you give me as a man to survive off of? And we haven't came together as a community of people to say, wait a minute, this is not right. This is what's holding us down as blacks. Because what do they say? Blacks make the most kids. At one point they were saying we made the most kids, right?
Yeah.
Because we were in poverty. You in poverty in single parent household, all the kids is looking for love. The mama get the money. The dad is not in the house because the county say the dad can't be in the Section 8 house. So you just kick him straight to the curb. And now the woman is the man and the father, right?
Right.
The kid is growing up only listening and respecting the mother, not the father, because he don't see the father. If he do see the father, he's a weekend father, or however it may go, right? And the respect is not the same.
Hey, you ain't never lied. Look, I was talking to the homie, and we was talking about his pops, and he was like, he nailing his pops. It was killing me, bro. Like, cause I'm a father.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he was telling me he was naming every motherfucking thing his daddy did wrong. He could name it. Like my daddy failed at this, my daddy did that. My daddy, my mama had to come say. But when he talk about his mama, say whoop do this, and I'm like,
And ain't no way in hell your mama they made no mistakes.
no way in hell. But his daddy right there though. Not saying like his daddy gone or nothing.
But he in the picture.
But he can tell you every motherfucking thing his daddy did wrong.
Because that was pushed.
Come on, man. I'm like, but I'm like, that's why I said, you couldn't tell me every time he fell, but you couldn't tell me all. Y'all be like this, but you ain't telling me none of the time all the shit was afloat.
No, you ain't telling me none of that.
You ain't telling me none of
You ain't telling when mom and dad was going through something and they was on pause, she started dealing with daddy's friend. And that really made the relationship between him and her even more harder.
Right.
Nobody's talking about the realest shit. And then it's our families. Black families have changed. We come from watching Good Times. We come from the Cosby Show. We come from all of these reality TV. And you know why we watch that? Because that showed us what a black family, what a righteous black family looked like. Good Times is my favorite because they never had nothing. All they had was love. They barely could pay the fucking rent. But Florida made whatever she had to make for them to eat. And James wouldn't find whatever job he needed to find. And they stayed in that household together.
Right.
That's hope. That's giving hope, right? Today, you don't have that. And it's our family's fault. Because you have families that leave kids on grandparents. And you like, a mother had 4 or 5 sisters. She said, why did I stay with my grandparents? Why did one of the sisters take me with them? They younger than grandmama and them. They can control me better than grandmama and them because they up on game. So if I stay at grandmama's house, I'm seeing them take care of me. I feel like, you know what? They had to do this. So I felt bad. I know they loved me. I had everything I wanted, but I didn't have a mother and a father. That shit bothered me. I didn't have friends with their mother and father because I didn't have mine. All my friends, their mother had experience in drugs in the streets or whatever that came with it, right? So we band together. And when we band together, what is that? A gang. So all these gangs come from bad households with no mother and father or a drug situation to where it pushed these people together in a certain way. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Straight up. That's what we pushed. And that was that era, that crack epidemic. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have mothers that left their kids and never came back for their kids, and then when they get older, they come back for the kids, and the
There's no
kids that
respect
seen
there.
them, the kids that seen them do so much, they don't even know their grandkids.
Right,
They never
right,
cared about their grandkids. And everybody give it an excuse. Oh, man, but you know that's still this person, or that's still auntie, or that's still such and such. But wait a minute. As a family should have corrected this issue because this issue was going to affect me. And if the family loved me, anything that was going to hurt me, the family was supposed to step in and stop that.
Right.
My mama hurting herself is going to hurt me.
Yeah.
I'm the
true.
nephew. I'm the
Yeah.
kid. I can't make this grown woman do better.
What? Were you telling me stories like this?
Come on, homie,
I'm
this
just
shit
gonna say I'm just blessed to be from the family I'm from.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
when you said how you said that, I didn't see my family go snatch up.
Come on.
Right.
I didn't
Come
see
on.
that, so
Right.
I don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't-
Me too.
It took me to be in a relationship with a
You
woman,
gave me
right?
chills just now, bro.
It took
Like-
me being in a relationship with a woman that I really loved, right? At one point in time when we was together. And I graduated, right? And most people, if you knew I graduated, the word got around, it was just, I graduated. What
Yeah.
am I going to do now? Right? My grandparents was extremely happy, but that's grandmama and them. They going to always be happy. You feel what I'm saying? But I didn't get the praises. I didn't get nobody to intervene. Okay, what are you going to do? College? What are you going to do this, right? This girl I was with, she graduated and she received over 30, 40 cards from Arkansas, from Mississippi, from Louisiana. Aunties and them sent her money in the card. It wasn't about the money in the card. It was that all of these people knew that you graduated and was proud, and they pushed that love from wherever the fuck they was at. I was right there and never got it. So it was a slap in the face.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I was happy for her, but that made me look at my family. You feel what I'm saying? That
Yeah.
made me look at my family way different. And then the coldest part is I come from a huge family,
Right.
mother and father side, right? So as I'm coming up, father passed or whatever, you know, he had a wife or whatever, right? So that was division with my mom and my sister mom because whoever was the wife was, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so guess what? I never got to see my father's side of the family. Now he's gone. Now they didn't came several times, but whatever it was, okay, so then when my mom's wasn't doing right, the family over here felt like we don't want to let them know that his mama's not doing right because they'll come take him from him. His grandmama, she'll come take him from him. We won't see him again. Nobody sat and did the right thing to say, you know what, this boy needs all the love he can get. He has a deceased father, a mother that was active in the street, and then, you know, had a drug addiction. Who's there for him? What does he have? He needs that other side of the family.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
probably was
You
the
feel what I'm
best
saying?
bet.
Yeah.
Listen, I didn't get this until a couple of years from now. Now, when I go over there to my grandmother, man, I go over there and lay in the room and talk to her. I found out who I was. All these years being on this side of the family, when you go through different things, oh, people say, oh, man, he act funny. Oh, he this. I just don't tolerate disrespect, and I'm not nobody's fool. You ain't finna take advantage of me. You're not finna use me. You're not finna play no games with me. I'm
That's
gonna
what family
detach
ones
from
that
you.
test all
Yeah.
that.
I'm gonna
Right.
detach from you if
Say
you're
that.
doing any of that, right?
Say that.
But guess what? When I got over here with my grandmama and she said, no, you just like your daddy. Your daddy was the same way. So all these years I was wondering, was I tripping? I meet my grandmother and she tell me, no, you just being you.
Mm-hmm. You been who you are.
And homie, I've been in tears because I got cheated out of a lot of time with her. She's gonna be 90 years old.
Yeah.
Right? But we making up every day. Every day we talk, we call, we do whatever we do, right? And I said, you know, it hurts because I said, the day this woman ever leave this earth, I don't have nobody.
Yeah.
You feel me? All these years I didn't think I had nobody, but then I found out I did have somebody right here all the time. And when I go over there with grandmama, she's regulating this side of the family. From everybody, kids, or anybody going through something, grandmama getting her keys, she going to get kids. She doing whatever she got to do. And I'm like, well, this family over here knew who she was and knew. I had an uncle named Johnny Mack that lived on Cherry Street that I just thought he was my family. They didn't tell me he was my uncle. Because if I know you was my uncle, that means you my grandmother brother, and I could get right in touch with my grandmother.
Right.
Right.
Grew up without information.
Right.
You feel me?
Right. I
That's
feel
kind of
like,
how I grew up too.
Right.
Like
Man.
knowing that's your peoples, but you don't know who that is. You
Yeah.
feel me?
Right.
Yeah.
And you go to these other families, go to Hispanics and Asians and everything else. They're family orientated. The
Right.
kids know who all their family is. So when they need help, they got all of these people that's gonna come help them, homie.
Yep. They be living.
We
on the same
watch
block and
everybody
all
else
that.
help their kids and help their family, and we ain't did it yet. One rapper come up in the family, right? He gets a record deal from a Caucasian man or from another brother somewhere that discovered him. How you didn't discover that? And that's your nephew.
Right.
His mother on drugs. He ain't got no daddy. That boy rap his ass off. That was your blessing helping your own fucking family. So when he blow up and don't do too much for you guys, don't feel bad for it because you never helped grandmama and them with him. People remember, homie. People don't forget, bro.
It's a rapper that just said something like that. He told his daddy to put the family in the group chat. He was like, I'm about to take off. I know I am. He not help me out. He said only his auntie and his cousin gave him $100. He said they straight forever. He said the other ones, you know what I mean? It is what it is.
Right. I seen that.
Right. I feel like the black family is pretty much the most important, the most critical part of our future, right? Because we can't build no community, we can't grow unless our household is straight. Right. So for the future and for the next generation of people, if the household not straight, if your family not straight, it's just gonna be another cycle of broken homes. Just like
we're the only race that looks up to outside people as heroes.
But now today, this is set up in play because our women don't have no correction. A black woman feel a man is a paycheck. You know what you are to her? You finna pay her car note. You finna get her hair done. That little child support check you get every few years, she gonna get a brand new car. Off your blood, sweat, and tears, right? And she's gonna do this until the kid get 18. When the kids get 18, that's what she's gonna tell the kid. Go with your father now. Go on, let your daddy do something. I did all of this. The dad been taking care of the kid the whole time. The kid don't know. The kid come back thinking you owe him something.
Right.
And you have to break it. I don't owe you anything. Wait a minute. You got this all twisted. Now, whatever your mama didn't do for you and didn't give you, that was on her. They took that shit right out of my motherfucking paycheck. I don't owe you anything, but you owe me respect. Right. That's something your mama didn't have, and she didn't pass that shit on to you. See what I'm saying? Because she didn't have grandmama there to tell her this. Or if she did have grandmama, she didn't listen. These women are different. Grandmothers had the recipe. They didn't do that. If you didn't get along with your baby mama, grandmama got in and said, guess what? You're going to pick that baby up from me. I'll have it ready. You ain't got to even deal with the damn woman. I'm dealing with grandmama now. Because you playing with me and my kid, and grandmama know what you're doing, and she know how it's going to affect that kid. Grandmama intervene. But guess what? When grandmama lead his family, aunties and everybody, they chasing their own. Like, I don't want to be bothered with that. I don't want them at my house. I got too much going on. We stop caring. We stop making our families be accountable. He has no mother. He has no father. He's gang banging. And you know what he finna do? Oh, he didn't kill somebody. Now he's in jail for life. Oh, well, that's his fault. He made that decision. He didn't. Nobody showed him nothing else. Who showed him something else?
Let the streets hug.
Y'all got to be accountable for that.
Let the streets hug.
Right.
Him killing that person made this whole family look bad. But guess what? It showed that this family failed him. The streets, the justice system, the white man, nobody, the family failed this man. Because what his mama didn't see, his uncle seen, his auntie seen. What grandmama didn't see, his brother seen, his sister seen.
Sometimes niggas encourage it.
Come on.
Especially now.
Come on.
Especially now, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how you're older than us.
Yeah.
So you probably came from a structure where, like, you know, first generation game, man. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
These little
No,
niggas.
not the first, probably second or third.
Second.
Yeah.
So you came from hiding that shit. They used to hide it.
Exactly.
These little niggas' grandmas is from the set. These little niggas' uncles is from the set, bro.
And they encouraging that shit.
Let me tell you,
Big P's, big T's.
my mother and father was from the neighborhood. So that's where a lot of my respect come from them, right? Right? Because they're the foundation of the situation, right? But then you have to look at it like this. At this point in time, that was my generation. And I'm older than you guys, right? So something should be in play or should have been in place to fix it, right?
Right. Real shit.
I'm proud. This brother right here, man, I'm proud of y'all, man.
Yeah.
Homie, anybody I see, let me take these glasses off. Anybody I see come from my area, which y'all come from my area, I seen this dude at his job. I'm gonna put it out there. Man, I love what I seen. When I seen it was him, nigga, that man, listen to me, homie. That made my day. That was the best thing that happened to me that day. Seeing somebody I know doing well for himself. Seeing you do this, doing well for yourself. And guess what we doing? What are we doing? We're setting an example. We all here today together doing something together. So if we can do it at a lower level, we have to demand that these people at higher levels, they do it for us.
Say that.
We got to demand it. And then we got to do just like them Hispanics do. Pull them off the chair. They did George Lopez. They pulled him off the chair, homie. We got a whole bunch of people we see up on them chairs that need to come on down.
Hold them accountable.
Come on down, homie. Because you're not helping. You're not pulling nobody up. and you're pushing the brain damage to ruining the community. You still ruining the community.
I'm not feeling the 50-year-old street nigga.
Any old rapper that's still pushing gang banging in their songs and their videos, and you're an older rapper and you already know what it's doing, where it come from, and what it's gonna do to the community and the youngsters that's watching you. If you older and you still doing that, you have to be accountable for that.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Well, yeah, because you know it ain't even the music no more. Because half the, like you said, them older cats are still chasing the glory. Exactly. So now they're on the internet just exposing old shit, just saying shit because they want to have a platform. Exactly. That's all I see.
And then guess what? And I'm gonna tell you this too. And this is another thing I want to bring up. And I got what you jacking TV. Shout out to my boy in New York. Mm-hmm. Clubhouse situation. You know, I don't want to come in disrespecting nothing, right? Because you can't get respect by dishing out disrespect.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But what I want to say is it's being misused.
Of course.
Clubhouse is a tool to bring a bridge from New York, from a bridge to California. So all of the California brothers in this hip hop community and all of this shit that ain't looking out for the artists here, it's a bridge to where the New York can find who they like out here and give us some help. And we can find who we like out there and we give them some help.
Yeah.
But it spiraled out of control, and all I hear is questions about New York guys asking questions about gang banging, when guess what? In my day and time, New York had to come out here and you have an escort wherever he from, whatever hood, you call them dudes and they gonna take you around. Oh, you wanna go to Watts? He took you to Watts because he was tied in down there. You wanna go to Long Beach? He took you to Long Beach. You seen for yourself. Mm-hmm. That's not nothing to talk about on the internet. Right. Because when you say, oh, is such and such really hard? Is he really a killer? He's really a gangster. So now you get another person the opportunity to discredit this man on live TV and camera, and it's transferred way back there. And you guys are asking questions you supposed to come and see. And we don't supposed to be asking no questions about New York. Is Jim Jones really down? Is such and such really that no, you go out there and see. You go out there and see.
A spectacle. Because you seen Jay Prince and them on that. Talking about that open murder.
Yeah.
Is this a fucking spectacle? Like, is this a TV show? I didn't know. I watched that shit like this the whole time.
Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. And you can vouch I never seen one of my OGs do nothing like that.
Right.
I ain't seen no youngster doing that. Listen,
somebody that has so much mystique.
Right.
Man, listen.
They're supposed to have so much mystique that wasn't there to do that. Throw niggas under the bus.
But the thing is, I'm going to cut you off, brother. But the thing is this. When we talk about these situations, when we talk about these situations, what happened in this situation that we're talking about? What are we really talking about? So if you bring up Jay Prince situation, if you bring up whatever happened, right? What happened? A black entertainer that meant something to his people and his family was killed. If we bring up Nipsey Hussle's situation, a black artist that was taking care of his kids and his community was killed. Yeah. If we think about Tupac, another black artist that was, we study talking about how we killing each other. Mm-hmm. And we ain't talking about how to repair the hurt, how to move forward and stop this bullshit.
Right. Real shit.
Motherfuckers got to be held accountable. I don't care who you are. You got to be held accountable because you got kids and you got family that you love that you don't want to see in these situations. You can't show me no shot caller that will sit there and say, it's all right if my son got gunned down, man, that come with the game. And really believe that. No. They protect their sons, homie. They protect their nephews. They protect anything in their family. You got some shot callers get calls all day about their goddamn family members is doing wrong because they got the respect. Call such and such, and that's such and such family man. Call them. Oh, don't worry about it, homeboy. I'm gonna take care of it, and they take care of it. Straight up.
Because most of the real killers and all that's really out here. Them niggas kids be nerds.
Oh man,
nerds are athletes.
Oh man,
I done seen them. Like, if you knew, all right, I like that. Like,
hell yeah.
They did something right. They did something right. They ain't following their parents' path. They doing it right.
And that's because their parents will put them in the right situation because I don't want to see you go down the same path that I want.
Let me tell you, Red Rum, rest in peace.
Yeah,
rest in peace.
That brother walked his kids to school in Watts from the Nicholson Gardens. He's walking from taking them to school. You catch him every morning. This is Red Rum, Mr. Pyru Love.
Yeah.
A father. Mm-hmm. He wasn't playing that. I would go there and record with this dude, and he was on everything. Bandana, you got to come a little bit. I got to help the kids with the homework. So come about an hour. We'll be finished by then we can get down.
Yeah.
This man ran his household. Mm-hmm. You hear me? And before he passed, what did he represent? That's what everybody have to look at. Red Rum was from his neighborhood. He pushed this red card. But before he passed, he was pushing blackness. He was bringing red and blue together. Sin Loke went to his funeral and had a red and blue jumpsuit, a red rag and a blue rag on both sides. That's big, homie.
Yeah.
Nipsey Hussle was trying to make peace with all of these gangs before he passed. Somebody got to pick up the torch and keep this righteousness going. We got to keep it going. We can't just fold and let the chaos win.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a struggle. It's gonna be hard. The next man might have to leave this earth too.
Yeah.
But guess what? It doesn't stop the real agenda. We have to be on black code.
Right.
We don't have a black code no more. Any little girl could get molested. Any little girl could get raped. Any grandmama could get robbed. Any grandfather could get shot. Nobody gives a fuck no more because we're not on black code. Accountability makes you on black code. That shows you not to rape no little girl, not to shoot grandpa, not to disrespect Miss Johnson.
Right. Because
That's black code.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn if it's red or blue. If she crip or blood, you respect your elders. You don't disrespect them.
Yeah, because back in the
If
day,
I'm walking through a damn alley and a girl getting raped, I'm finna get involved.
facts.
If I'm walking down the alley and a little kid getting abused, I'm finna get involved.
Yeah.
You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah. I want you to touch on this. Well, not to cut you
Go
off,
ahead.
my bad, brother. But look, we was talking. You define what a snitch is to you.
Yeah.
Define that to me, man. It was
You know, I'm gonna say this. For as that, and I really, homie, to be honest, I hate to even discuss that.
yeah.
I keep that snitch shit away from my catalog,
Right.
because it doesn't do nothing but get our own people hurt.
Right.
I push past the snitch. This is what I push. If you give the right opportunity and resources, the scary dudes in the neighborhood won't be pushed to do the bad shit. They can go to work and be themselves, and you ain't got to worry about them telling on you.
Right.
Because he's at the grocery store, working at the grocery store.
Yeah.
So, but I'm gonna say, in the era I come up in an era to where it was two things that I did notice. What I've noticed is when my era came, you couldn't be a blood and kill another blood.
Right.
You know how like
Right.
you get into it with a drunk man and he pull out a gun and shoot the homeboy and he died.
Yeah.
Now the person that did the shooting, he had to get out of town.
Yeah, he on exile.
Nobody in the neighborhood want to deal with him. They treat him like he told.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you own a why, man. You did that to the homeboy. That was wrong. That went away.
Yeah, he wasn't
Listen.
supposed to die. Yeah.
That shit went away, right? Okay. The snitch thing was this when I came up, me coming up, and maybe other information didn't get to my ears. But this is what a snitch was. You did a crime with somebody, and he got caught, and you didn't, or you got caught and he didn't, and you told the police, no, it wasn't me. It was such and such with me, and we whopped the wham. That was a snitch.
Yeah.
Now, if my car gets stolen, I have to report it to the police because anybody to take my car and do some shooting or do anything out of my car, it wasn't me. Now, why would I want to do the time? Oh, no, but man, shit, real niggas would go get their own car back. Man, they could take my car to Sacramento. How the fuck can I control? Well, I don't know when a car out in Sacramento.
Right.
Yeah, it's your car.
So wait a minute. So what's real and what's not?
Say that.
If my car is missing, I need to find out who got my car and what's going on with my motherfucker. Run a motherfucker over with my car, and I'm going to jail for manslaughter. No, but a real nigga supposed to handle this. Don't find his own car. Come on, man. Let's stop saying we don't use these services for the things that we do. You lose your credit card. You lose your credit card.
Say that.
You lose your credit card. You got to report the motherfucking car stolen, or they gonna take all your money. Or you gonna use this G code and say, "Oh no, I'm gonna find my credit card myself." You can't find your goddamn credit card.
Right.
And that's what I wanted you to define that.
Let's just use our mind on some of these things.
My boy just told my boy he had a job, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, his job is like he got to compensate shit for people. You feel
Got
me?
you.
So he said like his first time, like, we living off the how you say, I can't call the police. I'm gonna have to. But what he needs is in somebody's backyard. So he like, fuck, how I'm gonna get this shit? You feel me? Like, but he at work, so he like, damn, I guess I gotta call the police. He said when he called the police and he said he never felt better. He was like, that was a big ass, like, woo, like that was easy.
But look, that's what's hurting us.
Uh-huh.
We worried about
Right.
who telling millionaires, T.I. and Lil Boosie. These dudes are set, and no disrespect to neither one of them, right? These dudes are set. The last thing they should be worrying about is who telling and all that. They should both be using their platform to continue to help other brothers that need the help.
Yeah, you can see that shit on
see
Boosie's
what I'm
face.
saying?
That shit wearing him down.
Yeah.
Have to
You
live
see
that
what I'm saying?
persona all
You see what I'm
day
saying? And
can't
we
be
and we
yourself.
sit there and we sit there. Who's worse? The people that's doing the bullshit or the audience cheering it on?
The
They just
audience
had
cheering
Natalie
it on.
Nunn and Tommy Lee
Yeah.
fighting in the ring, right?
And that's embarrassing.
What
man.
did that
Right.
make? What did that make the young girls feel like? Just be ratchet and go out there and fight
We'll
each other
get
like
money.
fools
We'll
and
get some
animals.
money.
We
We'll
only
get
get
money.
money when we get in the ring and challenge
Yeah.
and fight
Right,
each other.
right,
I ain't seen a Caucasian match yet. I ain't seen none of these other races get in there and do their dirt yet.
Actually, it is the little Asian dude is, but he actually knocking niggas. He actually
was
taking
it?
it serious. Some dude named Salt Babe.
No. See, we gotta do better than Salt Bay. We
Yeah.
use
Little Asian
listen.
nigga, like-
Every time we get one of ours
No,
in the
but I'm
ring,
saying, but he not acting like you said though. He not acting. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Right.
He not acting a fucking fool to get to that thing.
Okay.
He just doing his regular TikTok
Right.
shit. Like you seen that? They thought that shit was a whole buildup of bullshit. Months of them tic-tacky,
Yeah.
doing petty shit, sending
Yeah.
weird niggas to each other's houses,
Yeah.
beating each other up in the conference room to that.
and listen, all the women watched that fight. That was the best thing for them, right? But then Michelle Obama gave you what a real woman is, and she's overlooked. How many of them young girls are talking about Michelle
Actually,
Obama?
nigga slander trying to say she was a man. Remember?
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. But guess what? She wasn't disrespectful to her husband. She treated him as if he was the king that he was. You never seen them going back and forth. You never knew what was going on in their house when you seen that couple.
Right.
And that's how every black couple should be.
And I've seen interviews
That's
where
real.
they tried to set her up with them questions. And she,
Oh, yeah.
no,
Yeah.
no.
She ain't going for that.
I didn't see that.
I just show you
agree.
the dysfunction of our culture, though.
Come
bro.
on.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
Our
right.
culture is so it's low key embarrassing looking from other perspective,
Come on.
other sides of the world, just to see the black culture and how toxic and how is self like defeating for sure.
Yeah.
Like
I'ma say this,
we
I'ma say
don't
this.
build. We tear each other down, and that's every day, all
Yeah,
day.
every day.
Music,
That's it.
vision,
That's how
TV.
we.
That's it.
That's how
You don't
we
wanna
do it
see the
because our
next
shit is
man win.
publicized. But when you go inside them other cultures, they do
We
the same
look
thing.
to-
They do the
look
same
to tear
thing.
each
Right.
other
They're
down
the same
first.
thing. So
Yeah.
they
Like,
doing the
instead of
same
building
thing, but
each
we
other.
just
Yeah.
we just will put that shit for all y'all to see it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the thing is, another big thing for me is that N word. You know, can't no one use that N word but us, right? And you know, when Charleston White was going on his rant about that, it went over everybody's head, and we just allowed every other culture to get used to and get comfortable saying that word. Now, listen, that word come with a body count. We were getting tarred and feathered. You feel me? We was getting hung from trees from that very word.
Yeah.
No other race will let you mimic something that hurt their people as bad as slavery hurt us.
Remember what I said over there, right? It's gonna be one person that be like, that's my boy. He can say nigga.
Yeah.
That's how we all
Facts.
Guess what?
Facts.
Guess what? But that person is still wrong. Accountability.
You know, he's wrong as a motherfucker,
listen,
but we just,
accountability.
that's us. I don't know why.
That person is wrong. That person to do it where? In the streets? Because most of the people in the street gangs, they feel like, okay, if he hang with us in the streets, he can use it. He one of us. No. Listen. That's where we go wrong.
He adopted
We're allowing. No, we supposed to educate him. We coming from the street, educate him. Hey, look, homie, you one of the homies. You with us. We down with you. We gonna do whatever behind you. But that word is disrespect to our people, man. It's deeper than this red and blue shit. Because that word is deeper than red and blue. Red and blue. Ask a lot of these dudes that just allowing these dudes to say nigga and like it's cool. They think Africa was Africa. They don't know Africa was Nigerian.
Real shit,
So
though.
do we know our history?
Right.
So if you allow it and you don't know your history, that's the past. You don't even know your history.
Mhm.
That he's the fool for listening to you because you don't even know how powerful this shit is and how deep it is because you haven't dug that deep into it. Because life been so hard for you.
Right.
You done been shot. You done been in prison. You in and out of relationship. Hard to even deal with your kids because you've been in and out of their life. So this is the least in your worries, in your mind, right? But when you were sitting back doing your time, that was the time for you to learn who you are and your history. That's why a lot of brothers become Muslim. That's why a lot of brothers go to Islam because they find out a bigger purpose than this red and blue. You feel me? And I love Islam. I love what it's doing for our people because that's one culture. That's one culture that we have that they women is respectful. They covered up. They don't go for the bullshit. The only disconnection I have with Islam and only problem I have about the Islam thing is what they allowed to happen to Malcolm X, and they continue to let the honorable Elijah Muhammad. I feel that title should go to Malcolm X because Malcolm X died for being what's right. He died because he was exposing. He had to expose Elijah Muhammad's flaws. So when he died, and so when he died for that, Elijah Muhammad have to step down, and they have to honor Malcolm X, the person that lost his life for this situation. We can't continue to let Elijah Muhammad be the face in the name of this when Malcolm X lived and died for it. Now that's my only thing that and some people could feel a different
that goes
way.
back to accountability.
Accountability. See, listen, and this is where they lost. This is where the Nation of Islam lost in our community as Crips and Bloods. We don't become that until we go to prison. We don't do that on the street, right? Because we know that part of the history. Straight up.
Yep. Yeah. And they tell what they say like the reason, like, because they suspended him or something, he was still talking.
Listen, they found the
nigga who killed him. He in New York. He in New York, New Jersey, chilling.
Listen, I seen them. They had a documentary.
That's why them Harlem cats don't let the Muslim shit in their shit.
After that, Listen, but listen. I'm gonna be honest. That's accountability. Now the thing about it, to fix that, just honor Malcolm X. Let this man step down a notch. If y'all still want to support him or whatever, but really it shouldn't be no support because the facts are the facts. If this was going on with younger women and all of this, having all these different wives and all that don't go with the Islam code. Because everybody else have to live by a certain code. So if you allowing this man to break the code, but you're making these people live by the code, then the code is messed up in general. We can't have people doing things against it, and we're supposed to be pushing it, right? Yeah. So on that aspect, that's how I felt about that, and I love Malcolm X and I love what he stood for, right? So that hurt me a lot. So as much as I want to learn different stuff more about it, that pulls me away because I have not yet seen one person clear that up the way it's supposed to be cleared up. And then when I seen the documentary of Malcolm X's daughter, she was with Farrakhan. And Farrakhan finally apologized, and that made me feel a different thing about him. I felt better because he apologized. Whether he meant it or not, he gave her that, right? Yeah. And he said out of his mouth, it wasn't just the Nation of Islam, was it? He said, was it the police had a part in that? Sure. But guess what? If the police had a part in it with the Nation of Islam, that made the Nation of Islam worse because you went with the police to take down an honorable black man. Right. And guess what we doing today? We let Tupac, we let Nipsey, we let Mossberg, we let keep naming them. Keep naming them. We can name them all day. And guess what? That set that blueprint. After Malcolm X came what? Came the gangs. See, when Malcolm X was out, he was walking in crack houses, stopping people from selling crack to our people. He was fucking that crack epidemic over because he knew what the problem was. Oh no, you putting that poison in our community to fuck over our people. No, I'm finna stop that. We finna have these brothers, and we walking on every block. We walking to every crack house. We gonna stop our people from smoking that garbage, right? That's what he stood for. So after he died, no one continued what he was doing. So guess what?
In jail.
Guess what? And then they had to get the red and blue. It had to become Crips and Bloods just to have a stance, just to believe in something and have power, right? And then guess what? The crack was what they pushed. Crips and Bloods pushed the crack in their communities. Every gangster was an OG that had money, cars from what? Not from working at the oil refinery, for dealing drugs. Right. You feel what I'm saying? So this shit fucked us up. Slavery got to us. The crack epidemic got to us. So we got all these podcasts with all these older guys on here talking on these podcasts, and they never telling where we went wrong. They only glorifying the bullshit that they got going on. Or what they were known for. We know what you was known for. We know that's why they got you on the podcast. When they got big so-and-so, we know where you from and who you are. Now, what are you going to say? Oh, you bringing up that old stuff that happened back. And okay, guess what? We done wasted some airtime. Because that's not going to help us grow as a people. Sure. If I'm younger and I'm at my age and I'm younger and I see it, Nipsey Hussle seen it, Tupac seen it, how everybody else can't see it. Right. Yeah. If you lived a life colder than these dudes. Right? Because you got the jail time and everything else to go with it. But jail is supposed to make you a revolutionary, make you know how to bring your people together. This is where Bloods and Crips was able to mingle. Yeah, you were able to mingle with a Crip because you in a cell with him. You in a dorm with him.
You get a lot of shit squared away and all that.
You know more about him than he know how to fight, because after he had that fight, he sat next to you and said, man, I didn't even want to trip with that dude, man. He just did this, and that, and y'all became friends. Yeah. So y'all on personal levels in jail, but we're not on personal levels out here on the streets, and that's what we need. Right. We need to be on a personal level in the streets. And we got people like Skip Townsend, Cynthia Nunn,
I like
Melly
Skip.
Mel, the
Yeah.
Hood Postman,
Skip.
Yeah.
Bandana the Rag, the ball game out of San Diego. We got a community of people that really, for us, push us, love us, and want to see us do better.
Right.
But we get overlooked.
Right.
We don't get the exposure. Guess what? I haven't been on one of them big, huge platforms yet. And guess what? I sleep well at night because guess what? I don't need their platform. If their platform is only feeding the negativity for my people, keep them ignorant people on your platform.
Right.
I'm gonna come to your platform because we're gonna say the things that need to be said to uplift our people, to wake
Right.
our people up. And I want that content to be for my people.
Right.
Say that.
Yeah,
Because
that's
I'm
what-
fixing my people. I ain't fixing nobody else's people yet.
Right.
I gotta fix mine before I can fix yours.
Fix your
If
backyard
mine ain't
first.
fixed, you don't want me to even come around yours.
Yeah.
You don't want me
yeah.
to come around yours. You don't trust me.
What they say? What they say? Why you worried about a leaky faucet when a house on fire?
Yeah.
Come on now.
Right,
Man.
right.
And that's
Right.
what our platform is for too. Is to push that narrative, to connect those dots, right? And hold. You know, what I mean, we're not holding none of these people. I mean, we holding everybody accountable. Like we not about tearing our people down. We talk about building them up, man.
Building
And
them
I feel
up,
like
yeah.
that's
Straight up. We're not gonna glorify no bullshit.
Because we need to build them up. Because I'm gonna say this, and this is the last thing I want to say on the street level, and we can talk about anything else. Where I come from, when I came up, and this was told by a very important OG of mine, very important person of mine. Whatever disconnection the Bloods and Pirus have from time to time, right? It seems to be a understanding that they're different. We're not different.
Right.
Because back in the day, it was only the blood module. It wasn't no Piru module. It was a blood module because Piru is blood. Just like Bloodstone. Bloodstone Piru. Piru is attachment to that, right?
Blood
right.
brim,
Crips.
yeah.
Crips. Neighborhood and rolling against the gangsters and all of that. When it started, wasn't Crip mean just Crip, CC Rider from Compton, right? All the
Yeah.
Compton Crips together. We CC Riders, right?
Yeah.
It wasn't no division in the Crip. Now it's division in Crips and division in Bloods. Right?
Right.
Division. And that's what's messing us up.
facts.
If we can get that division with the Pirus and Bloods to be on a better accord, or you know what I'm saying, right? With the understanding that we are one, we get the gangster and the rolling Crips to get the understanding that guess what? Crip mean Crip and we are one. And then you get the Bloods, Pirus, and the Crips together. Now we have black.
Say that.
Now we can move forward.
Say
Because we
that.
done been through the bullshit and we got to understand it now. So now we can move forward.
Facts.
But it has to take the right individual to do that. Because that's like moving mountains. Because that's moving a lot of individuals.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, I'm going to say this. I mean, no disrespect to anybody from those cars when I say that. Because a lot of our people have the terms, the understanding of looking at things in an ignorant way and not looking at things in a good perspective. I don't say that to say any disrespect. I say that to say that we need to come together. Crips need to come together and just represent Crip. Piru and Blood is just Blood and Piru. And we come together as red and blue. And then we push this black movement the way it needs to go. Because that's the only thing that's separating our movement. Is the dysfunction and the confusion between the red and the blue.
Right.
I don't care if you got to do it in jail and push it on the street, but it has to be done, and everybody has to be involved and on one accord. So they doing a West Coast Hip Hop Awards out here, right? And I haven't talked to the guy yet, but I had Coolio the Underdog and Stan Shepard. I told him I would like to, if I can be involved anyway on a short segment, I would like to speak there. Because if this is a place, an environment where I got red and blue there, I want to push this real message. And I want other people to push the real message. I need you guys there. Every podcast is doing what y'all doing. Y'all need to be rewarded because y'all doing this with nothing for nothing, and y'all not doing it to get nothing out of it, but you're doing it because you believe in it.
Yeah.
And everybody's dream's supposed to come true. I don't care if you play golf, if you're a professional bowler. If you took the time out to put it into something, you should reap the reward. And black people are not reaping the reward to nothing that we put into because we're not helping each other.
Shit, we started too.
Yeah. And that needs to be at that West Coast Hip Hop Award. All them celebrities that we don't see, that don't come back, that only do toy drives but just to make their image look good. They only do food giveaway and turkey giveaway to make their image look good. If Bandana Tha Ragg had it, that would be a given, right?
Yeah.
So you're supposed to do that. You're supposed to do more than that turkey shit. You got enough money to take 20 people on tour, 10 Bloods and 10 Crips. Take your tour money that they give you millions for, and you get these dudes $5,000 a show, and you take them all over the world. And guess what they'll be able to do? Put into their own music, put into their own podcast, take care of their own kids. Baseball teams and all of that is showing the kids how to have fun and take their mind off not having a daddy. If you take care of the daddy, he can take care of his own damn kids.
Facts.
A father don't need another man to take his kid and put him in sports. That's something a dad do. Take a kid fishing is something a dad do. Taking a kid to shoot his first gun and to protect himself, something a dad do.
Right.
That's not something you write off as a tax write-off.
Right.
This is why communication and these understandings we need to have at these venues. People want to come just for rap. Why I wear this red hat? Because I want to be heard. They only respect when you wear red and blue out here.
Yeah.
So I try to wear it much as I can, even though I'm past game banging and pushing the line. I'm not active. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't want to. You feel what I'm saying? That confused the people. Like when my boy Split D, he put Fruit Town, Baru, Bandana Ragg. I say, hey, Swift, man, just put Bandana Tha Ragg, man, because that make it seem like I'm out here like this and like that, man. And I live that life, and I'm here now, right? But that's what he do to get his views, and he explained that to me, right? And I still been on him about it, right? So this is the thing. I put the red hat on to give you the right information.
Yeah.
Like Nipsey put that blue hat on to give you the right information.
Right.
Say that.
Because the kids only gonna respect the nigga that's talking with the red or blue hat out here. They don't want to hear about your opinion.
Yeah.
You're a non-affiliated, man. You don't know about
square-ass
this shit.
nigga.
Shut up,
Yeah.
man. What that nigga talking about,
No,
right?
man, I done heard this
So when
shit
you
my
put that
whole
blue
life.
hat on, that blue hat mean, hold on, man. Wait a minute. What he gonna say?
Right.
Now, when you hear what I say, it's gonna help you change your life. It's gonna help elevate your life in a better perspective, in a better manner. It'll show you how to become a man and live different. It'll show you have options. I'm not here to tear nothing down or disrespect nobody. I'm only here to say we have options. Just like you got an option when you grab that gun and go put in that work, you got an option to go fill out that job application. It might be accepted in that motherfucking
Come
job.
on, man.
Yeah,
That's how I
I
feel.
feel, I feel
shit,
like
though.
that too.
That's
Come
it.
on,
Man.
We
Real
should be
shit.
pouring more because if you talk to anybody from any other state, you ask them what's California culture, they'll say gang.
Gang.
Yeah.
And when it's
Yeah,
way
yeah.
bigger than that.
Listen,
Yeah.
we come from the same place. This dude right here made my day. Look at him. Listen, man. Listen, I seen him at work handling some business. Homie, he wasn't playing the bullshit, man. When I happened to be down there doing some stuff for my, I don't want to put where his location. But
Yeah.
when I seen my homeboy handling the machinery, the way he was handling it, and I was proud.
Yeah.
Because where we come from, we only get handcuffs and a wooden box.
Facts.
sure.
We don't get
Facts.
opportunities.
Yeah.
So when you really make it out, it's your obligation to come back. I didn't say go get the wolf that's going to scare you and make you do something, but get somebody to really deserve an opportunity, because I've been deserving an opportunity and have yet to get it. And you know who
Right.
gave me my opportunity to be on a platform? Dub C and CJ Mack.
Shout out to Dub C and
That's
CJ.
love.
Listen,
That's
listen.
Big shout
Dub
out.
C and CJ Mack. Now, I'm from Compton. I'm from my area where I'm from, and it took them brothers,
That's LA
took
Crips,
them
huh?
good brothers.
Yeah.
So why do I speak like this? Coolio, the underdog out of Grape Street, he helped me more with music than anybody I know. He's from Grape Street,
Right.
but help me.
Right.
So how can I look at things the way an ignorant person look at things when I got good people that's from Crips from the other side that help me, treat me like a little brother to CJ Mack.
Yeah.
Call Dub C, he answered the phone and high spirits for me. The
Right.
realest, the realest on death row. Call, help me. Call Stan Shepard. You feel what I'm saying? So you got to open your eyes, man. We all need each other.
Yeah.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's where we went wrong. That's where this death row stuff went wrong, because we have a new death row. But if we have the death row moving the same way the old death row is moving, it's our demise.
Yeah,
the
same
new death
demise.
row, the new death row has to have opportunities for the red and blue, for people
Right.
that's trying to come out. Don't just sign a person just coming out talking that red rag and blue rag stuff.
Yeah.
Talk about something that's going to uplift our people and our kids.
Right.
Teach them. Kendrick Lamar teaches you when he rap.
Mhm.
Guess what? It's a new wave. Tupac taught us when he rapped. Nipsey Hussle taught us when he rapped. Bandana Tha Ragg is teaching through his rap. But none of y'all are starting here. I might have to be dead and gone for them to catch the message. But guess what? It ain't going to stop my mission, because I know. I know what I'm here to do. I
Right.
know what I'm here to relay.
Right.
Say
You feel
that.
me? That's
Right.
why that the little bars that I spoke, that's why it was like that. You know what I mean? I could have picked any other rapper. I could have been saying this, talking about all kind of stuff. But I said what I said because it was impactful. You feel me?
Definitely.
And women respect my music. Women respect my music. See, because there's certain things a man could say to each other. We can talk to each other, but some men don't know how to talk to their woman, and that's where the miscommunication in the household go.
Right.
You
right,
can
right.
the women could talk to their girlfriends about their man all day and never say half of the shit she told her friend Claudine that she'd say to her own man.
Right.
That's a
Right.
problem.
Right.
That mean you and your partner ain't in a friendship. You and your partner ain't in a marriage. If you can find and seek a counsel from an outsider into your marriage, that's your friend, you tell everything, but you can't talk to the man you lay with, to pay bills with you, to raise your kids with you. You don't feel comfortable enough to talk to him. That's a big problem.
That's the
And you will be divorced soon.
That's
you will be divorced soon, because that's going to be the reason you get divorced. Because you're not friends.
You gotta highlight that.
Listen, we're not friends. It's
for
supposed to be me and you against the world. When we stand before God and say I do, say I do, we took vows and to be one. Your mother, nowadays mothers is running relationships. They're their daughters, and the mother's not married. The mother ain't had a husband since she raised that little girl. But all involved in their marriage. The little girl has did something different than you. She said to God that this is the man I'm going to be with. I'm going to give my body, mind, and soul to. You never did that. You raised her, got your little money from him, and was dealing with him, getting help from him. And what you see nowadays, a lot of women, they just running around getting help from several different men, and they're scared to settle down because they got to cut that help out. They got 3 dudes helping them pay their rent and car note. When I give my soul, my mind, body, and soul to this man, that means they can't help me no more because I choose him. So when he take a fall in the game, I can't go back there. So guess what? I'm going to keep him at friend bay, and I'm going to keep messing with all of them. And you ain't doing nothing but destroying your body and making you losing time in life.
That's what I'm
losing time in life. What's that brother that passed? What's that brother that passed? Kevin Samuels.
Yes, sir.
They was mad at Kevin Samuels. Sometimes he be too harsh, but his information be right on. They say how
they wasn't talking shit when he was calling us fat and all that. When he was talking shit about us, you know what I mean? When he went to correct the females, that's when it went wrong.
That's when it went wrong. But guess what? Our women don't want correction, and that's the problem with the kids. But why we don't got control over the kids? Because the mothers are raising the kids now. You gotta take the fathers out the equation, homie. The mothers are taking the kids, putting them in school. They taking them to get their shots. The dad at work 90% of the time. How many sick days do you got? You only got a few sick days, so you're going to miss a lot of that shit with the kid. The mother going to do that. And the first thing that woman do when you get her pregnant and she have the kid, what she say? Give me my baby. Give me my baby. She plant that in her mind, and she's trying to plant it in yours, that this is my baby. No, this ain't your baby. This is our baby. Without my sperm, you couldn't have that baby. And that's the disconnection we going to have right now. Yeah. Because that's the lesser respect you giving to me.
Ooh, shout out my girl, man. You know what I'm saying? My girl. Shout out her mom, her married mom.
But let me say this. When you said that, a married mother gives better information to a married daughter. An unmarried mother, how can you give too much information if you ain't been married? What stopped you from saying, I want to spend the rest of my life with this man? I don't want to give my body to nobody else but this man. That's supposed to be the honorable thing to do. Every other race down to get married, to be happy to say, I'm giving my body and soul to this guy. Our race, the women don't want to do it because they so used to dealing with other men. They dealing with other men. How many men put these women through school? They was drug dealers. When a man got his jail time, she went graduated to school. How did she pay for school? She ain't send him a card or nothing while he upstate. He did life, but he put you to school with street money, and you forgot about him. They get to where they get on these plateaus, and they forget how they get there. They forgot EBT. They forgot government cheese. You ask some of these girls, they so bougie. I only want to eat here. I only want to hear. Well, what was your childhood like? Did you eat macaroni and cheese as a kid? I mean, did you already had Grey Poupon as a kid? What was your childhood like? Because today, you so disconnected from just being original and normal to, did your mama raise you like this? When did this come? Oh, your mama didn't raise you like that. Oh, your dad wasn't there.
Internet.
So you wasn't spoiled as a kid, so you want to be spoiled as a grown up. Well, guess what? You're not dealing with a man that's in tune with spoiling a woman. We're going to help each other and be good to one another. I'm not expecting you to spoil me. So why would you be expecting me to spoil you? You want me to do some shit your daddy didn't do.
For sure.
Your own father that birthed you didn't do this, but you pushing this on me. Something is wrong here.
For sure, a partnership.
Something is wrong here. Where you getting your information? You feel me?
Yeah.
These women, they being their kids' friends instead of their mentors. That's why the kids are out of control. The kids have more respect for the mamas than the dad because the dad ain't nothing but a paycheck. And he gonna go by what his mama said about his dad, right? The mama have all of these flaws. The kid don't know none of them, ain't gonna highlight none of them because he don't want to hurt mama. I don't want to hurt my mama's feelings. But you tear dad down in a minute, don't even know how many racist jobs he worked when he was dealing with racism. How many jobs he had to do double the job and get paid half of the money just to keep the job to pay her child support.
Right.
Man,
These women are unappreciative.
especially
and
if
they,
you're older.
and they ain't being held
Our fathers had to
accountable.
go some cold times, boy.
They're unappreciative and they ain't being held accountable. And you know, it shows. It shows in Christina Rock. It shows in all of the women that you see, Tommy Lee and all of these. Strong women like Oprah and all the rest of these women should have stopped that fight. Wait a minute, you don't put yourself out there like you have some
No,
class.
Oprah with the bullshit.
No,
Oprah
no,
with
but,
the Oprah go
okay, but listen, that's what I'm saying. Give me somebody else, but somebody
Her and
with
Gail-
class.
her and Gail
Somebody
go-
with class to say, wait a minute, you don't display yourself like that. You are a black woman. You know how strong and beautiful and powerful you are. When you don't do that, when you don't behave like that, because when they see you doing like that, these little girls in the mall fighting each other, pulling your hair and acting ignorant. We're the only race that embrace ignorance. We embrace the ignorance.
Facts.
The other races, they erase the ignorance. They erase their ignorance.
Or they'll
and-
feed it to your kid and won't feed it to theirs.
Thank you. Thank you. Every other race, they wear the tight booty pants and all of the stretch pants to show you the butt and all of that. But they don't do that ghetto acting, fighting and pulling hair like the sisters is doing.
Right.
They do everything till they get to that part. And then they turn around.
Yep.
And what do our sisters do? They get on TV dating all these different men. You go on Cheaters and you see them getting caught on Cheaters. You see it's a laugh and it's a joke. It's this and that. They only respect men with money. A normal man is not enough for them.
Right,
and
right.
they waste all of their years of their life behaving like this. And they sacrificing their body, sleeping with all these different men. And by the time you're ready to settle down, you don't really have nothing to offer to this man that's want to be good to you.
He cool
You done
on
been
it.
around everybody.
Yeah.
You done been around you've been all in the streets.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
See, what we don't teach is that sexual part is a serious thing. Because when you give your virginity up to that person supposed to be your husband. I mean, you feel what I'm saying? That's how other races do it. When they teach their girls, don't you give your body up. You save your body for your husband. Because when a girl, you ever have a girl that been all over the world, a man can feel that when you having sex with her. You done had sex with a woman and it wasn't all that great.
Right.
And then you done had sex with a woman, you went straight to goddamn sleep. You had feel like you done took some Viking. Goddamn, what the hell that man? Whoa, shit.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You ain't lying.
Okay. The woman that been all over the world, and you feel that, are you gonna go through the argument and all this petty stuff with a woman that don't even make you feel sexually stimulate
Hell
you like
no.
that?
No.
Hell no.
You gonna cut that quick, right?
Yeah.
But you see niggas go through hell behind these women, and you be like, why you don't leave her alone? Shit, man, she ain't been all over the world. She
Right.
still got the New York Mets glove.
Hell yeah.
You hear me? She still got that. You feel what I'm saying? It's important for women not to give their body to all over the world. Save yourself. They're not teaching these little girls that. They teaching them wear them stretch pants and bounce your ass on camera. Do the TikTok dance and make the boys want you because what? You shaking your ass.
Right.
We embrace the strip club shit. We don't embrace a powerful black woman that's going to school. We have yet to have a platform to put all of the ones that's going to the Navy, all the ones that's becoming scientists, all the ones being doctors. I went to a graduation and I seen 2 black girls there. I was there for one, and it was another one. Matter of fact, I'll just say 3, just to add one on, right? And we were surrounded by Asians, Armenians, and Caucasians. They're becoming doctors.
Yep.
You hear what I'm saying? They're becoming doctors. You know how long it go? You have to go to school for
And
that.
if it was another black person there, he don't identify as your black.
You see what I'm
Right,
saying?
yeah, right,
And
right.
guess what? We're not pushing that. Those 3 blacks that got there because they were pushed.
Yeah.
So it's in history. If we're not pushed to do better, we will not do better.
If you go just like if you go to East LA, who patrolling them? It's the Mexican cops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we,
We don't even have enough police to help our people.
Yeah.
Not even in jail. Okay, let's speak
Hell
on-
no, you
let's-
police, you come police, you might get kicked out the family. Nigga might look at you crazy.
Let's speak on the jail situation, right? And this is something I'm gonna tell you I was told over several people. The guards are, Hispanic guards. So how do the Hispanics get all of the knives and all of this stuff?
Cool, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The
Right.
Caucasians are in there. How do the Aryan Brotherhood get the knives and all of that? They getting support from the people that look like them.
Right.
If there's no black officers in there, who's going to support the blacks? How are we going to get knives to protect ourselves? How are we going to get the basic necessities that we need to survive in there if we don't have our people in there to do it for us?
Right.
And it's set up for us not to be up in there. Driving diesel trucks. You go to them scale houses. Have you ever been in a diesel truck? Okay, you ever been in a weigh station?
Yep.
Do you see blacks in the weigh station?
Nope.
Hell no.
Nope.
You pull that truck up with them, you got to do the inspection. Ain't no blacks up in there.
That's it. When you drive past down Texas,
You hear me?
they about to snatch you out. You don't look like that.
That's what I'm saying. We're not in the places that we need to be.
Right.
But we're on TV and we on podcasts pushing the kids to keep doing the same fucked up shit that's going to set them back 20 years. We got to work hard these 10 years for the next 20 years to be better.
Yeah.
And the hardest part about us, we doing it with nothing. That's why I commend you, I commend you, I commend you, and I commend you. Because we're doing it with no budget. We're doing it with nothing. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What I want out of the game in a minute, the hell with rap. I want to talk to kids at these schools. I want to go on a personal tour for these schools and catch them when they're 13 and 14 and they make it. I really want to be like a kid's counselor. Because when I came up, they had a Big Brother program.
Yeah.
When I was getting out
That's
of
what I'm saying.
Kentucky,
I
they
came
sent
up
me
with
to the
soul
Big Brother.
program
They
and all that
sent me to
shit.
the Big Brother program. I had to go every other day for an hour to talk with him. And guess what? On the weekend, he'll take me to the movies. He'll take me skating. He'll go somewhere and do something with me because the family knew I needed a one-on-one with a role model.
Right.
Yeah.
But what they didn't understand is I had a grandmother and all the family and the role models I needed over here. So moving forward, I'm not saying anything wrong to shame, nothing. We have to, as a people, we have to push. Let the kid have his whole entire family.
Yeah.
Stop casting the family away
Yeah.
from that kid. When you get into a relationship and you break up with a man, don't not keep that kid from his grandmother and his other family on that side.
Real talk.
That's important. He's not going to know who he is. He's not going to ask you everything as a mama and you yelling and screaming all day. He can ask you for $5 and you get to yelling and cussing. Guess what? He ain't going to ask you for that $5. He's going to grow up and get a gun and go take somebody else's money. And then you hurt. I don't know. He could have just asked me. How the hell could he ask you when every time he asks you anything, you're yelling and screaming and cussing?
It's a
And
problem.
then you're on the phone running your mouth to your friends talking about him while he's in his room. He hear everything you say about him and his daddy and him and his grandmother.
Right.
She repeating the same
come
shit
on.
to her people.
Come
So
on,
when they
and
see you
hurt
on the
him.
street,
You don't know a little boy's emotion because you're a woman.
Right.
That's why a little boy need a father.
Man,
you don't know
come
a
on.
little boy's emotion.
Right.
He
Come
gonna
on,
play
right.
and look at you like, you okay? I'm okay. Man, that boy just came from crying. He
Right.
missed his daddy, he missed his grandmama. Everybody he was talking about on the phone, he missed, and he is in the room crying
his
about
favorite
that
people.
shit.
They're his favorite
That's
people.
favorite people. He in the
Yeah.
room crying about it because he don't have the power to fix that.
Right.
He don't have the power to fix that. You don't listen to him, and he's the child.
Right.
You want the money. You just want the money. And long as these women just want the money, our kids are going to be damaged and ruined, and they're headed to prison.
Right.
They headed to prison. They doing it every day. Kid gets a gun and go to the school and shoot somebody. Kids do this. Why? Bad behavior isn't something just spontaneous. It's something that you've been doing. It's a channel to it.
Yeah.
You've been doing it. Okay,
Yeah.
he did this, he did that. Okay, here's the big boom. Bam, then he did that. So before he did the last one, you had 3 or 4 different chances to see what was going on there.
Right.
If a kid got C's and D's on his report card, he's not going to school and he ain't learning shit. He's playing in class. Those are the signs.
Yeah.
Right.
C's and D's mean you're not even paying attention. You're not trying. That's the problem. Why are you not trying? You want to be funny in class because really when you go home, your heart hurts. You miserable there. So you want to laugh. You want to paint this image.
Right.
You want to do all your shit there to feel like you somebody because when you get home, you don't feel like nobody without no daddy there.
Right.
You don't feel
Right.
like nobody when you can't see your other grandmama, when you can't see other family members that you love and you don't have no control over it.
Right.
I don't know a man today walking that don't love their kid. And America is pushing all the dads out of the households like, oh, the fathers don't want to be kids. Or the fathers don't want the kids. Or the fathers don't want to be there for their kids. No, the fathers being pushed out
Yep,
for a
'cause
check.
every
They did it
father I
with the
know
county. They did
do
it with
this
the
shit.
county.
Yeah.
Now they doing it with child support. So this is something that has been going on. There's a lot of fidanglement going on. So until we correct that, we're going to steady have this problem.
Yeah.
Because in the ghetto, it's only a couple of ways to get money. And it ain't no
Government
good ways.
assistance. Yeah.
Nah, ain't no good ways.
You feel me? It ain't no good
Yeah.
ways.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what we up against. You get in that courtroom, that man don't show you no mercy. He don't know you from a can of paint. All he going by what this woman is saying. And this woman is only saying it because she's hurt because you're not with her anymore. So she want to stick it to you. I done heard it. Oh, he ain't going to take care of another woman like this. I'm going to stop him. And you got other women coaching women how to push the dad out of a kid's life just for the dollar figure.
Yeah.
But when
that's
a kid
fucked
go
up.
to jail, you got to go reach out to the dad. Now you want to talk to the dad. You ain't talked to the dad in years. You just took the money out of his check. He has a discomfort with you because you know I'm struggling. You know that they taking too much out of my check.
It's hard for you to live with the check you got. Imagine me living with mine and it's a fucking deduction like this.
Come on now, and I gotta pay rent and all that.
You juggle 2 men to make it. You juggle 2 men with this child support to make it. You're not married, so why are you not married? If it's about helping, it's about the kid. It's about to be about a woman should show the kid a father figure, right?
Well, they do say most divorces is over finances,
Preach,
right?
Man.
Mm-hmm. Right? Because the thing is, when you meet a woman, she push her kids on you more than she push her own kids on their dad. How you comfortable? How you comfortable allowing me to spend time with your kid when if this kid lung go out, her dad is living and that's the donor. That's the other match.
He don't gotta do nothing.
He's living. That's the other match. Oh no, I don't want. He did this and he did that. Okay, but you ain't been perfect.
Yeah,
You ain't been perfect,
man.
and you picked him. You could have took your panties off for a whole nother individual. You picked him for a reason. Now you have a problem with it. You can't go to a car lot and pick out a BMW. And then as soon as you get to your driveway, start talking about, oh, it ain't no good and kicking the tires and all of that. You was happy at the car lot. You took all those pictures and took the bow off of it, right?
Right.
Accountability.
Real talk, man.
Accountability. They raising our little girls to worship these strippers. Look at the girls on TV shaking their ass and become a stripper. Not being doctors, not stay in school and be scientists, not to be lawyers, not to go to the Air Force and learn how to fly a plane. I wish the military on these youngsters more than I wish gangs and street life. Because the gang and street life gonna get you 100 years in prison. At least the military, you're gonna come back with good credit. You're gonna have a crazy benefit. They gave you housing while you in there. And guess what? A lot of our kids from the ghetto, they really benefited from that and they saved them. Because you know why they went? Because they was a burden on their mom and family. They was like, man, my mama's going through a whole lot just trying to help me. I got little brothers and people behind me. Let me go on to the military where I can really help myself and make it easier for them. Right. And they did the honorable thing.
Yeah, my boy went to the.
You hear what I'm saying?
My boy went to the military because his
homie.
pops went to jail and he had to help the family.
He had to help the family. So before I take my father going to jail and let that sink in my mind, I go out here and make a bad decision. Let me make a good decision for my family.
Right.
Now I got a homeboy, Maurice Bird. I don't really want to say his name, but that's my boy, right? And there's something his mama did, homie, that was so powerful. I had family over there in Ludus Park, so I would go over there from time to time on weekends, right? So I got a lot of ties over there, right? Maurice had a sister. Soon as the sister got 18, the mama pushed her into the military. She went to the Navy. Soon as Maurice turned 18, when we was, swinging donuts, just, learning how to put engines together and how to get transmissions fixed and hooking up amps and doing. His mama, he finna go to the military. He went to the Navy. Okay, soon as his brother got 18, he went to the Marines. And now his son is in the military. But you see how that cycle was set? And this came from a mother in Compton. She didn't have it all. You know what I mean? This wasn't a rich mother, but guess what she knew? She knew my kids are gonna be somebody. Mm-hmm. So I salute that woman, Phyllis. I take my hat off to you. You did it better than anybody I could say. Right. I never seen a mother that dedicated on pushing her kids into the military to save them from the streets. None of them been shot. None of them been in jail. That was an example. That's why I'm saying her name right here. Because it affected me. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He didn't know that. I had to hit him with that. When I hit him with that shit, man, it blew him out the water.
Especially from Compton. Without that, I don't, you know what I'm saying?
This was a time where stray bullets were hitting kids in the yard, homie.
Oh, yeah.
None of her kids were shot. None of them went to jail. And they all went to the military. They came home with benefits. They came home buying houses. Mm-hmm. They came home bearing families. Bearing families. Right? So you look at what she did, and then you look at the women that's doing it with a single parent, no father in the household, and you look how their kids are turning out. Sure. You seeing 25-year-old kids still living with their mama, still got their mama paying their bills.
Right.
They mama straight, I'm tired of this. I don't know, he need to do something. They all in the streets on the phone and T-Mobile arguing, telling their family member, I'm tired, he gonna have to do something. I can't keep doing this. You shouldn't have been doing it in the first place. And if you would have had that man in his life, he would have stopped that before he got 18. 16, he should have had a job. Mm-hmm. Right. 16, you should have been going to school, going to work, so you can buy your school clothes, so you can get you a car, so you could just have your independence. You do better for yourself, make you feel good when you have something. I was 16 years old at Centennial at Auto Body and Fender for school clothes, and I'm gonna tell you something funny. My grandfather, it was middle class, he had it all, right? But I had a bad, at my area, that sagging was something. So I would slip sometime and come in the house and my pants be down. He said, pull them up. God damn it, pull him. He tripped off that sag and sets him off. And he was a military grandfather, so he was very stern, right? So guess what? He said, when you buy your own goddamn pants, then you wear them the hell you way you want. 16, I was at Auto Body Infinity.
Right?
I was with Mr. Gate, nigga, taking dents out, right? I came in sagging the pants. He said, pull them up. I said, you didn't buy these. And that was the funniest shit in the world. It didn't last long. Then he changed. I don't give a damn if you buy them, you ain't gonna wear them like that. But I had to give him his medicine. He said, if I buy my own, but guess what that did? Right. That taught me independence. That made me want to have my own. Right. But my grandparents set me up because they knew one thing. They said, guess what? If this kid doesn't have a solid foundation, we got to give him all the tools he needs to stand on his own when we're not here. Right? Right. When they left, the family just destroyed over the money and all of that. You know how that shit go. That's another thing black families do. When loved ones die and leave certain things and never go to the people it's supposed to go to, the whole family split up and arguing about the money and stuff. The property and shit gets sold. Stuff the grandmama wanted you to keep, people don't have no more. They do this to get the cars and jewelry. And guess what? We lost our community like that. If they wasn't raiding the house, finding drugs and taking the house from you because it's a drug house, when the family leave the house and the property, the people they misuse the house and get rid of it. They don't. We didn't know value.
Yeah,
blacks don't value anything.
A lot of people lost their shit in the
blacks don't value anything. They would sell a family house and live in a fucking apartment.
Yeah.
When you could have just been at the family house. Why would you sell a family house and live in an apartment?
Because they say black people don't care where they live, they care how they pull up.
Right.
Guess what? Guess what? If you had a father and a mother together on the household, you wouldn't be thinking like that, right?
Oh, man. I don't give a fuck about a car.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
But I grew up like what you said, though. I grew up with.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I grew up with a father, my stepfather, and the father.
Knowing that property
and it shows.
Right.
Because you know who you are.
I do.
You know where you're going. And guess what? You're confident. Yeah. Everything you said on this conversation, you've been confident. It ain't been no gray area where I said, wait a minute, woo, woo, woo. And you like, oh, wait a minute. No, you confident.
Yeah.
Because you had the original recipe.
Right.
That ain't going around today. Grandmama, grandfather recipe ain't in these households no more. Aunties are turning their back on their nephew, and their nephews ending up on the news. And the aunties ain't giving shit still. I don't know. I feel bad for him. Yeah, you should feel bad because you had an extra room back there that you could have had him on the other side of town and put him in school and help grandmama and them out.
That's correct.
And ain't no more help. Little girls get taken advantage of or go in false homes or whatever the case may be. Family is not helping family anymore. In black households. In other households, we see 5, 10 families living together without fighting each other, without police coming over there taking one of them out. They live in that house until they all move out and then get their own houses.
Hey, that's true because when I first got kicked out the house, I didn't even get to tell. But before I even got to tell my other family, my Hispanic homies took me in. They took me. You know, before I can even go explain to them, they come. You can say,
I'm gonna tell you this. People don't know why blacks and Hispanics were so close. I'm gonna tell y'all something that we share that nobody really look at. We all had a Hispanic close friend. Might say best friend, right?
Hell yeah.
When you have a best friend, you do what? You confide in the best friend. So my best friend was able to see how my grandfather was on me, what he expected out of me, and I was able to see what his family expect out of him. Now, when he come home, if he ain't did right in school, he at that gate, he trying to talk to me. They gonna tell him something. He gonna get his ass right in the house. He be scared.
Right.
Later on, what happened? My dad yelled at me because I was messed up in school today, so that's why I couldn't talk. They showing him school is important. The hell with a friend.
Yep.
You don't do right in school, it ain't no damn friends. This is a structure I'm giving you. And then on vice versa on my end, if I'm getting yelled out of something and I can't come over and play with him, he like, hey, why you just go in and you just waved and went in the house? Now I'm in trouble, man. I messed up at school today. My grandfather on me right now. I'll see you this weekend. And whatever going on in his house that he can't talk to his family about, he told me.
Right.
And whatever I couldn't tell my family about, I told him. That's why we were friends like that. Right. We come from 2 different cultures, but we both go through the same different things. Little girls have a black girl with a Hispanic friend. They tell each other the same thing.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? What they go through, they can relate to it like that.
That's why we were so powerful together in these communities. But when all this division comes, it makes it hard for kids to even have friends and be friends. Because racism is taught. That ain't something that's learned. It's something that's learned and taught.
Right.
That ain't something you grow up with. Because I can put a black kid in front of a whole bunch of other kids and they're going to play without no problem.
Right.
The parents is the one who push, we are better, or you better not be with them, or you be with them. See, you see what I'm saying? So, and so much negativity's been shown on that internet for us being concerned. A lot of us we feel in a certain type of way because we thought we was closer than what is being shown to us that we really are.
Yeah.
You feel me? You go to these meetings where they have black and brown meetings, you don't have too many people show up. It's a reason for that because this person don't believe.
Yep.
Right.
These people don't believe. So until we get the people into believing again, it's gonna be like that. But it's got to be respect. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's got to be. We look on the internet and see a whole bunch of Hispanics disrespecting blacks and saying we ain't good, we this, we that, we did. When knowing on the flip side, you guys are doing the same thing.
Yep.
But we ain't calling you out on that. And if we was against you guys, we would be reporting when you guys sell food on the corner, ain't no black man calling the police getting them shut down.
Yeah.
We out in line patronizing with you.
Yeah.
We spend money with you.
Yeah.
But we don't have nobody giving us the support. Now we feeling some type of way. I'm
If we
honest
gonna do
enough
that,
to say it.
we gonna do that. And they gonna ask you where you from.
You feel what I'm saying?
Talk about
You
that.
should be over here.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Listen, they can set up shop anywhere and we patronize with them. That's showing love and respect. When a person spend their money with you, that means they respect you.
For sure.
Nobody's spending their money with us. So people are not respecting us and we feeling that shit.
Yeah.
So we feeling a certain type of way. So somebody got to come to the table so this shit could get right.
Yeah.
Period.
Especially because it's like you said, because it's disconnect from us. Because like you said, you be on the internet, you'll see them talking bad about us, and you'll see nigga look mean and day right behind. Yeah, you're right, nigga. I don't even like being around black people. I'm not like them. Like I was looking at a girl. I don't know why. I was on TikTok doing. I was looking right. She got this thing. She was like, she grew up in a suburban neighborhood, and she was like, I used to get joy of my friends telling me you not like them.
Yeah. Like a badge of honor.
Yeah, like she was wearing that as a badge of honor, and she went to school, and when she was like, "Oh, I'm not like y'all," and a girl checked her like, "That ain't no fucking compliment.
Right.
What are you talking about? Like,
Right.
like, ain't no compliment. Like, they making fun of you. Like, you not like them. Who are you then?"
Let me tell you this: if you look at you look at city of Wilmington, San Pedro, Torrance, and look at you know what I mean? They got places where we can't be.
Yep.
They won't let blacks move in them apartment buildings, right?
Right.
But if you go to Watts, you see Hispanics in the projects. You see, we don't say you can't live with us.
Yeah.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So a lot of stuff got to be fixed, and that's why when they had those meetings, it's not a lot of black support because blacks got their house firebombed, their house had been shot up, and they had to move right out. So you know how hard it is paying rent first and last to move in a place to where some people say you can't be here and shoot the motherfucker up, and you just paid first and last. And now you got to get the fuck up out of there because your life is in danger.
Right.
You feel me? You go to east side of Long Beach where the Longos is at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's division down there. And I'm not saying they names to have no disrespect because I don't like to say people gangs names, right?
Yeah.
But it's been division down there a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's,
Right?
That's
You see
what it is out here. It's tension. It's
you
tension.
see
It's
what I'm
racial
saying?
tension out here.
Certain
Yeah.
parts of Long Beach, blacks can't be because it's division and tension and all of that, right? But guess what? In order for things to be at a peaceful accord, all of that got to be brought to the table and fixed. Until we're able to live in Wilmington, San Pedro, and Long Beach without this racist tension going on, it's going to be hard to fill up them seats in these black and brown peace unity marches or these black and brown peace meetings. We're not going to be at peace until we treat it fair.
Even when
America is here for us to be treated fair. We ain't asking to disrespect you. We asking to be treated fair. Don't get on the internet and say all the stuff the blacks do, but don't say blacks can't be in San Pedro, Torrance, or the city of Wilmington. It ain't nothing but businesses in Wilmington, businesses in San Pedro, businesses in Torrance and housing and all of that.
Good industry
And we
work in
can't
Wilmington.
have that. And we ain't went to the white man and said, "Hey, this is going on here. We need a march. We need this to be stopped. We need the police to be involved because why blacks can't live here? Because that goes against the Constitution. When you can set up shop and say another race can't live in the place, that goes against the American Constitution. Our people died as slaves, right? We built this place and still ain't got reparations. So we serious about that N-word, and this is why we serious about it. Because there's places that we can't be because of we black. So nobody else can say this word because I can't live in Wilmington. I can't live in San Pedro and I can't live in Torrance. I can't go over there in Longo. So that word is not going to be accepted to me.
Yeah.
And I say it respectfully.
You look, you can't live in no Mexican neighborhood comfortably. That's like not
because that's what a division at, right?
Yeah.
But it's going to take some work to get that right. But guess what?
It was a street on Compton where they was bombing, throwing shit at on 135th, I want to say, or something.
Oh yeah, it was San Pedro on another one.
San Pedro over there, they got the little projects.
And the one in Torrance. What's that one in Torrance? You know the Torrance?
I'm scared of Torrance just with the police. So,
But that's the thing. But that's the thing. Anything in life can be fixed.
Yeah,
it
sure.
takes time.
Yeah.
But we're not going to be able to fix a black and brown problem if we having black problems.
yeah.
A black and brown Hispanics can't fix no black problem if the Hispanics are at each other fighting each other. How can they help fix something with us if they ain't organized themselves?
Yeah.
And we've been knowing this. This ain't just today.
Mhm.
We've been knowing this.
Yeah.
It's gonna take the prison, the penitentiary, and the people, the shot callers down there. You got to fix it in there and push it out here.
Mm-hmm.
Who got the power to do it out here and keep it done right out here? People with the say so really in jail. Jail will run the situation, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that means that love got to be pushed from jail.
I started
But guess
really
what?
think.
But guess what? If you got people in jail and you treating them like animals and you making them behave like animals, you segregating everybody. Hispanics over here, Chinese over here, brothers over there. Everybody looking at each other like, when is it gonna crack?
Right.
Then guess what? You ain't gonna have no peace in there. You're gonna have division. But they got a system to where it's respectfully they're able to control that system, right?
Yeah.
So if they got a system in there, why they don't have a system out here?
Mm-hmm.
They don't want a system out here.
More people dying out here than people are dying in there. They got the guns out here.
Mhm.
Only knives in there.
Mm-hmm.
So with respect, like I say, I don't, say too much because people could take things the wrong way. And I see a lot of our kind always have a opinion. And guess what? This is my opinion from Bandana Tha Ragg, not Fruit Town. Bandana Tha Ragg.
Say
When
that.
I speak for Bandana Tha Ragg, not for Fruit Town.
Mhm.
You feel what I'm saying?
Say that. You got to represent yourself.
That exactly because
You gotta
everybody where I'm
represent
from
yourself.
might not feel the way I feel, so that's
Exactly.
why I don't want that
most
attachment to
definitely.
what I say because I'm saying it from me, and everybody as a human being have the right to your opinion as a man.
Say
You hear
that.
me? This man
Say that.
shit we talking about.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Living
Shit.
life, staying out of jail, staying out of trouble, not getting into trouble, raising your kids, correcting household. This is man shit we talking about. We ain't talking about gang banging shit.
Yes, sir.
But when we
Right.
mix a little bit of that in, because gang banging and shit plays a lot of role in our black kids' life.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
If you look at TV, how's all these little girls throwing up Crip and blood signs in these videos? How are they affiliated like that? What's making these young girls want to be Crips and Bloods?
Right.
I always
Right?
thought that too, yeah.
Now, that was always a young little boy thing. I see more and more pretty little girls just throwing it up with the rags over their face. What kind of pain are they in to where it make them want to go through that? And you know it comes with death, homie. You know when you caught somewhere, this happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we
most
seeing
definitely.
more little girls because guess what? Because even though the little boys having problem with a single mother, the little girls have a problem with single mother households as well.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen to that.
You ain't
It
lying.
ain't just the little boys that's affected.
Right.
It's the little girls. Because why do you have little girls on them goddamn videos, 19 years old, with dyeing their hair with the red rag and blue rag, just throwing it up, just behaving like a little young gangbanger man?
Man, that's real talk.
That's somebody's
Yeah.
daughter. So
That's
it make
real
you want to
talk.
know, like, well, shit, well, where's her mama at?
Real talk.
Well, who mama is? Who daddy? Who daughter is that?
Yeah.
And why is she so turned up? Shit, when you turned up, it comes from it channels from somewhere.
Yeah.
Where does it channel from? Your big brother? Did he make you like this? Did your dad leave the house and was it a drug problem in the house? What turned you to the streets?
Anger is the only emotion that we accept.
Yeah.
Right.
There you have it.
But look, with that being said, man, we're gonna need a part 2.
Oh, most
You feel
definitely,
me?
man.
We're
Most
gonna need a
definitely,
part
man.
2 with Bandana Tha Ragg, man. Before we get up out of here, man, let the people know where they can follow you at, where they can find you. I know you got a new video coming out
Oh,
too.
yeah,
that just came out. That just dropped too.
Yeah.
So let the people know before we get up out of here.
Bandana _THA_RAGG Instagram, THARAGGHRG on Facebook. And you can just basically Google me. And I want to send a special shout out to my boy Bad Lucky in the background. He didn't
Shout
get
out
a
to
chance
Bad
to
Luck,
do his thing
Yeah,
today.
we gonna
But
spill bad luck.
Hey, hey,
we got
hey,
Bad Luck up in here.
Pasadena in the house, and guess what? My boy really, he on the same page I'm on. That's why we band together. And my movement and the people that you see in my movement talk just as powerful and just as strong as me because they recognize and understand where we need to go as a people, and we on this bus to get us there. You know what I'm saying?
Say that.
So you follow him too, and the song is Hammers and Bands. And when I say that Hammers and Bands, I knew that would get the young man mind. When you say anything Hammers and Bands, but when you listen to the verse, it has nothing to do with that. You feel me?
Right.
I got to use imagery and the beats and the things that these youngsters like, but I'm telling them the truth over the tracks.
Say that.
It's gonna help you.
Most definitely. Appreciate you for coming through, love.
Thanks for coming
On
through.
the
man.
one, man.
One, bro.
On the one, man.
I
On the one. I
that.
appreciate
Great
y'all.
talk,
Hey,
sir.
listen, I look forward to coming again, man. And I want to keep this going on. And like I say, anybody you see me affiliated with, anybody you see me talk to, it's nothing for me to shoot them a text or shoot them a message and say, hey, these are my family over here. They got a good podcast, man. They want to hook up with you. You feel me?
Appreciate
Any
that.
resource I have that you need, you got it.
Appreciate
And
it.
that's what we need to push. Each and every one of us, and anybody out there that feels like us, especially these big time artists, use your platform to help somebody because you never know. You helping me today, I might not be here tomorrow.
Facts.
You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
Y'all
Say
helping
that.
me come here and say what I need to say today because tomorrow not promised to me and it ain't promised to you.
Say that.
So this is what we need to be on, man.
You already
One
know.
love.
We're going to
Big
keep this
love.
genuine
Feel me?
relationship going, man.
On the
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
That part.
I know I was. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean.